Taylor Philbrick had a great game playing Reed. I thought Reed had probably 35 points or so. She only had 22, but I know she counted for 40 of the points with assists and things. So we knew it was going to be hard for her to stop, but we shot the ball well. I think 70% in the first quarter. You can't go wrong there. You know that's not going to continue, but we did some good things. Shot the ball. Macy hit a couple back-to-back threes to start the game. We led the whole first quarter. Had a 17-16 lead after one. Battled back and forth the second quarter, but just didn't come out of gate really well in the third quarter. We ended up giving up a 13-0 run, I think it was, in the third.
I would imagine last night, regardless of what the final score on the board said, a little bit of a confidence booster. Your second ball game this year against Scottsbluff had to breed a little bit more confidence into your young team, so you've played them twice now. Do you think a little bit of what you did well last night, plus the strides you made against Scottsbluff the second time around, can have your girls walking onto the floor tonight feeling confident?
Well, I hope so, Chris. We won't play no triangle and two. They got 10 gals that can shoot the basketball. We've got to play, our pack line defense. We've got to get off of people. We can't help a whole lot. Garcia brings us trouble with her drive and kick. But we've worked mainly on Shattern this week. We always work on our Friday night game. We mixed up a little bit of Scottsbluff throughout the week, but we just didn't put the time and effort into Scottsbluff. We work on the Friday night game as well.
So we'll get you out of here on this one, wrapping up quickly here with Gering girls coach Steve Landa. Had a tip-off tonight at Scottsbluff. Key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty, and you get that with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. So what's it take to play well here across town in their gym and have a chance down the stretch, Coach?
I think shooting the basketball, and playing great defense with great effort. I've just watching Cheyenne East and Scottsbluff tape this morning. Cheyenne East came back and beat them, but man, was Scottsbluff on fire. They were in the second quarter, the first quarter, they were burying shot after shot after shot. They can be like that. If that's the kind of game it's going to be, we're in for a long night. But if we can get our hand in the face.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
We're back tonight on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show, also our High Plains Spas and Rec pregame show on KNEB.TV and KMOR as we get set for double barrel action here at Scottsbluff. Girls and boys action against the rival Gering Bulldogs. Time to visit with Scottsbluff girls coach Dave Bolish. Pregame coaches comments brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Coach, no Friday game for you last night. Probably a much needed down week to get in the gym, work on some stuff, and recover from what had to have been a very emotional weekend and draining weekend for you last week.
Yeah, last week was tough. Played two of the best teams in Wyoming and competing the way we did. You would like to see the score come out differently, but ultimately the level of basketball that we played is encouraging. And it was exhausting. That was tough on the kids, and I think probably I think probably everyone in the state thinks we should have had a rest week, but we got after it about as hard as we've got after it all year. You know, I mean, we want to go to the next level, and so we're going to focus hard on the rest and recovery next week. But I felt like we were in a position to go to the next level of conditioning, go to the next level of intensity, next level of competitiveness, and so we just kind of pushed through. You know, the only way out is through, so that's what we worked on this week. But we definitely are going to invest in the rest week next week. So.
Yeah, despite the 2 losses, maybe the best weekend of basketball for the Lady Cats in your tenure. Again, despite 2 losses, played excellent ball against 2 of the best teams in Wyoming. Coach, you guys have been shooting the lights out here of late from beyond the arc. If you get more than 1 or 2 going at the same time, it makes it virtually impossible for a defense to defend.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite the blessing to have. I mean, we've been shooting it well, and I think we talked about a little bit of Cheyenne East. You know, we've invested in those shooting guns. You know, we've worked hard to purchase those, and the kids put a lot of time in. I mean, they're in there in the spring, they're in there in the summer, they're in there in the fall. They don't shoot a lot, they just shoot a little, but they do it often. And we got kids that can shoot the rock. I mean, we got 9 kids that have the green light from behind the arc. You know, and we really work on trying to take open shots, and you know, we always evaluate them. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, we always say we don't care who shoots it. We just want to be shooting 7, 8s, and 9s. We don't care who shoots it or when. We just want to shoot 7, 8s, and 9s. You know, as far as for being open and in rhythm. So, and once they see a couple go through, they kind of get crazy. I mean, it's like once the girls see a couple go through, they're like, we're going to make them all, and they really think they are. So that's fun.
Well, we'll keep it short. We got to get to Coach Steve Land coming up here from Gering in just a couple of moments. So let's get to a key to the game right now. Brought to you by Team Auto Center. You drubbed them at their place. They really kept it close with you in a tough one at Columbus there on day 1. How do you make it 3 straight over your arch rival tonight, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, we just have to be committed to being competitive every single play, which was our focus this weekend. And we got to execute in the half court and eliminate their tendency to want to try to throw that release pass, that release outlet, and get those easy layups. You know, I think if we can neutralize that early release outlet.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
We'll keep it right here. We'll get you the playing of the colors here this evening. And then we'll get to starting lineups in just a moment as well. Scottsbluff girls enter at 9-7. This will be their first game of the week. Played a week ago here at home against Cheyenne Central. And Gering coming off a home loss last night, 61-40 against Shadron. Scottsbluff High Color Guard presenting the colors, and we'll get the playing of the national anthem.
Now remain standing for our national anthem.
Just about ready for the introduction now of starting lineups, and we'll have opening tip on the way momentarily as well. Scottsbluff hosting Gering. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me, and you can learn more at wncc.edu. Whistle and the jump ball. Lockemer tied it up with Bonsack. Possession arrow. Gives the basketball back to Scottsbluff. Second turnover committed by Gering. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Girls first, boys will follow. They get it to Yada Garcia at the high post. Garcia now turns and faces, puts it on the deck, into the paint, off the square, slithered her way to the rim, just couldn't get the shot to go. Back the other direction, freeze in traffic. Too strong. Rebounded by Lockemer. Brady will get it back and dribble it across into the front court. Hands it to Mariah Avila. They back off Avila. Philbrick battling with Izzy Wright. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Taylor Philbrick, and that'll be her second. Second personal on Philbrick. 4 here early. 2:54 to play in the opening quarter. 11-6 the lead for the Lady Bulldogs. They've hit 3 threes early on. Ohio, Boggs, and Philbrick have all knocked down triples. Scottsbluff going to this look early and often. Yada Garcia at the high post at the right elbow. And then Aubrey Krentz, a backdoor cut. Bounce pass from Yada. She picks up the assist on the Krentz bucket. 11-8 with 2:35 to play in the first quarter. Ohio drives baseline. A runner, too strong, rebounded on the backside by Bonsack. Boggs into traffic. Pass intercepted by Yada Garcia. 3 turnovers now for Gering. Garcia picks up her dribble, finds Aubrey Krentz. Krentz, now Izzy Wright in the corner. Avila shows ball middle, drives it to her left with a couple of bounces, misses the layup, whistle, and what do we have underneath? A foul called against Macy Boggs. First personal on Boggs. Already 5 team fouls called against Gering. 2:10 to play here, first quarter action. Open look. Yada's going to put it up. A 3-ball for Yada Garcia. She's got 5 first quarter points. And after trailing 11-2, a 9-0 spurt right now for Scottsbluff to tie this game at 11. Wild shot from Freeze, off balance, rebounded by Garcia. Scottsbluff finding their sea legs. Lockemer. Another 3 for Yada. Straight away, off the iron right, comes off, rebounded by Macy Boggs. Boggs pushes into the front court, picks up her dribble, ball deflected, loose, saved by Ohio. Boggs, mid-range jump shot, halfway down, pops out. Yada Garcia has it. Fires an outlet pass to Brady Lockemer. Another left-hand layup, and the finish for Brady Lockemer. Lockemer has 6 here early. Scottsbluff has the lead, 13-11. Jamison Howard steps in front of the intended target that time. Emily Harrison deflected it, and then Harrison touched it last as the ball goes out of bounds. Got Gering unofficially for 4 turnovers. Coming up on 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Jamison Howard catches, middle in traffic, whistle and a foul. This will go against Emily Harrison. 2 shots coming at the line for Jamison Howard. On the year at the free throw line, Howard yet to miss. Limited opportunities. We'll see if she can keep that percentage at perfection. First miss of the year at the line for Harrison. 62 seconds to play in this first quarter. Scottsbluff and Gering, girls and boys doubleheader. Opening quarter of our girls matchup. Howard missed both. Offensive rebound grabbed by Izzy Wright. Mid-range jumper, well short of the target that time for Howard. And a reach-in foul in the backcourt. It's going to go against Brady Lockemer. A host of fouls here early on. That is the third team foul on on Scottsbluff. Gering's already up to 6 fouls on the night. Under a minute to play. We go under 50 seconds to play in this first quarter. Ohio dribbles to the right wing. Picks up her bounce. Gives it off to Boggs. Boggs on the floor with it. Now Philbrick. 38 seconds to play. 13-11. And an offensive foul called against Emily Harrison. Already 2 fouls apiece on Philbrick and Harrison. 38 seconds to play, first quarter action, 13-11. Gering led 11-2. Scottsbluff scored the last 11. They love that set early. Yada Garcia at the right elbow. Slashing across on the catch. Now they feed the perimeter. 3 ball and a whistle, and we've got 3 seconds in the paint called against Scottsbluff. Third turnover of the game committed by the Bearcats. See if Gering looks for the final shot of the quarter. Freeze. Had it taken away by Avila. 4-on-1. Make it 4-on-2 the other direction. Yada Garcia just inside the 3-point arc. Can't knock down the long 2. Rebounded by Philbrick. Ohio has it. 7 seconds to play. Ohio bounce pass to Freeze. Freeze driving in. A reach-in foul called against Scottsbluff. I think this is going to go against Yada Garcia. First foul on Yada. 4th team foul called against Scottsbluff. Foul on the floor. So with 3 seconds to play in the first quarter, Gering will inbound from the baseline. Ohio popping out to the corner. Now Boggs. They run the screen. They get it to Ohio. A 3 at the buzzer. And an offensive foul. A moving screen underneath. Now, let's see who this is called on. Foul goes against Chloe Freeze. That's her second. Buzzer sounds. We'll head to the second quarter at the end of one. Competitive early. Scottsbluff with a 2-point lead, 13-11. They lead Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Next Gen Outfitters, where the adventure begins and the tradition continues. When it comes to an online retailer, this is the new standard in authentic hunt, camp, and shoot. Born from over a century of outdoor experience, your online retailer, Next Gen Outfitters.
Chris Cottrell with you tonight on the Rural Radio Network, TV and radio coverage from Scottsbluff High School. Start of the second quarter. Scottsbluff girls with a 2-point lead, 13-11 on rival Gering. Gering led 11-2. Scottsbluff has scored the last 11 points here in this one. Bonsack got baseline. Shot came up short. Rebound grabbed by Lockemer. Outlet pass up ahead. Izzy Wright. Pump fake, got the defender in the air, gives it off to Yada Garcia. She slices her way to the bucket. We get a whistle and travel called on Yada, I believe. Got shielded from the official. 4th turnover committed by the Lady Bearcats. 13-11 our score. Gering into the half court. They've gone cold here offensively. Second half of that first quarter. Down low, Bonsack. Now Philbrick. Taylor Philbrick has her second tray of the game. And Gering needed some points, and they get 3 from Taylor Philbrick, 14-13. Avila to Lockemer. Lockemer puts it on the floor, had it knocked away. Stolen. Outlet pass from Philbrick to Freeze. Stepped along the baseline. Pass just a little too far. Freeze could not haul it in, and Gering's turned it over for a 5th time. Peyton Berta, the freshman, will check in for the first time tonight for Scottsbluff. Berta averages 8.5 points. One of our fine high school sports sponsors on the Rural Radio Network is Russell's Automotive. They're your family-owned go-to for all those quality automotive repair needs. Russell's Automotive. And now walking with it near the top of the key is Mariah Avila. Both teams have turned it over 5 times. 6:47 to play. Boggs brings it across the timeline. Man defense from Scottsbluff. They started zone. Sydney Winkler into the game for the first time now for Gering. And that pass too far for Winkler. And out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers committed by Steve Land's team. 4-12 on the year, the record for Gering. Scottsbluff 9-7. Lady Cats, despite the 7 losses, 6th in Class B in power points with that tough schedule. Missing a 3, Yada Garcia. Here comes Gering in transition. Freeze throws it away. Krentz to Izzy Wright out of the corner. Peyton Berta, 3's good. Peyton Berta shooting 41% from the three-point line on the season. Buries her first attempt of the night. Scottsbluff goes back in front by 2, 16-14. 5:50 to play here in the first half at Scottsbluff High. Another turnover for Gering. Scottsbluff looking to run. Garcia to Berta. Another 3, same spot, same result. Berta knocks in another tray. That's going to force a timeout from Steve Land. 5:36 to play. It is 19-14. We'll stay right here. It's a 30-second break in the action. Gering led 11-2. It's a 17-3 run at the moment for Scottsbluff. Berta leading the way here in the second quarter with a pair of long balls out of the left corner. Berta can be instant offense. She hit a bunch of 3s over at Gering early on in the season. Let's go back to December 17th. Berta in the first half alone that night knocked down 5 triples. She finished with a team-high 17 points as they doubled up Gering midway through December, 72-36. 5 minutes and 32 seconds to play out of the timeout. Winkler to Bonsack, wing right side. Now popping out to the top of the circle. Ball loose on the floor. Winkler hustles after it. She's got it. Looks ahead. Izzy Wright steps in front and comes up with a steal. Gering turning it over in an alarming clip right now. Krentz another 3, left side of the floor. 3 straight triples for Scottsbluff. Krentz with her first of the game. 8-point lead. A 20-3 run for the Lady Bearcats. Boggs can't knock down the triple. Krentz hustles after it and grabs the rebound. Scottsbluff with Avila. Avila picks up her dribble, finds a cutting. Lockemer, 2 more off the square for Brady Lockemer. Lockemer averages 2.5 points. She's got 8, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point lead. The run right now, 22-3 for Scottsbluff. Taylor Philbrick. And that'll be a whistle and a foul called against Scottsbluff's Mariah Avila. Second foul on Avila in the game. Bonsack checks out. Carly Pazanki in for Gering. Avila's out. Jamison Howard back into the game for Scottsbluff. Philbrick shows ball to Howard. Now Freeze. Freeze. Not going to shoot it from behind the three-point line all that often, but anywhere inside the arc, pretty dangerous. Boggs goes up, and a jump ball, the call. Possession arrow gives it to Scottsbluff. Gering has 10 turnovers in this first half so far, coming up on the midway point of the second quarter. 4:16 to play. Howard, a couple of dribbles. Throws it cross court. Krentz dribbles into a step-back three. Offensive rebound, batted back out by Lockemer. In transition the other direction. Shot would not drop, and here comes Scottsbluff. Lockemer now in the corner. Yada Garcia hesitates on the dribble against Boggs. Whistle and a shooting foul, and Macy Boggs now has her second. 2 apiece on Harrison, Philbrick, and Boggs. Yada Garcia back to the line. 2 for 2 at the stripe tonight. Check that. They gave that to Philbrick. So that's 3 on Philbrick. And just the 1 foul then. Now they make the correction at the scorer's table. So it was on Boggs. So her second. And now just 2 on Philbrick. Yada Garcia off the mark on the first. One of 2 for Yada Garcia. She's got 6 points here in the half. 3:50 to play in the second quarter. 26-14 the lead for the Lady Bearcats. Gering got off to the fast start with an early 3-point barrage. Winkler kicks it to Boggs. Baseline drive and a travel called against Macy Boggs. 7 turnovers committed by Gering here in the second quarter. Kiara Wayo checks in, replacing Boggs. 3:36 to play in the first half. Yada Garcia will jog it up the floor into the half court for Scottsbluff. Garcia backs the dribble out. Yada, a 1,000-point scorer in her career. She's averaging 16 per game here in her senior campaign. Multiple defenders run at her as she gets near the right block area on the dribble. They dump it down low to Lockemer. Lockemer reaching in. Winkler forced the steal. Pass a little sloppy. Here comes Awayo. Across the paint. Got it to Chloe Freeze. She's fouled. Freeze will go to the line to shoot 2. Brady Lockemer whistled for the personal. Her second, and that's the 16th foul. Foul came on the shot, so Freeze at the line to shoot 2. Freeze in the loss last night had 8 points against Shadron. Just a 42% shooter at the line on the year. Able to convert the first. And now they'll make a correction. It was not on Lockemer. It was on Peyton Berta. So give Berta the foul. Second for Freeze won't go. A couple of Bearcat players kind of looked at the balls that came off the iron. Ten-point lead. Gering inbounds to Awayo. Winkler, a pull-up jumper from the right baseline. Would not go. Grabs her own miss. Second shot off the mark. Rebounded by Berta. Scottsbluff with it. Outlet pass up ahead. Good ball movement. Lockemer finds Berta, and Peyton Berta knocks down her third 3 of the quarter. The freshman has 9, and Scottsbluff leads by 13. Freeze shows ball. Spin dribbles inside the arc. Now Winkler will pop one from downtown. 3 ball for Sydney Winkler. Gering has 2 buckets in this quarter, both from 3-point range. Lockemer, good job by Brady Lockemer to hang with it. Struggled to find possession, able to hoist it from the hip off the square, and Brady Lockemer now has 10 points here in the half. She averages 2.5 coming into this game. Scottsbluff now turns the basketball over. They're 6th of the game. Winkler on the push, picks up her dribble. Needs a little help, gets it to Pazanka. Now Awayo, cut off defensively by Krentz. Chloe Freeze came up short on the baseline jumper right side. Here comes Scottsbluff with 1:40 to play in the first half. Krentz in transition, pull-up three ball. Aubrey Krentz, second three of the quarter. Scottsbluff's hit 5 threes in the quarter, 6 so far in the first half. Carly Pazanka, she'll go to the rim with the left hand. Pazanka for 2. 33-20. Krentz another one. Too strong. Jamison Howard an offensive rebound. Lockemer finds a cutting Krentz. Pretty pass, pretty finish. Krentz off one leg, kind of twisting towards the baseline. 2 off the backboard. Krentz has 8 in the quarter, now double-figure scoring for the ball game with 10. Scottsbluff leading by 15 points. Chloe Freeze will shoot the triple, wouldn't go. And Taylor Philbrick came in with a hammer on Yada Garcia, and Philbrick called for the foul. That'll be her third personal. They'll walk it to the far end of the floor. 47 seconds to play in the first half. And Yada Garcia will shoot 2. Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit offers regularly scheduled accessible bus service serving communities in the Panhandle Monday through Friday. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com. You can call them at 761-TRIP. That's 761-8747. Garcia now 4 for 5 at the free throw line. Lockemer back on for Howard, who takes the seat. 47 seconds to play in the half. Second won't go for Garcia. Offensive rebound goes to Lockemer, and a shooting foul called against Carly Pazanka. Aggressive play defensively to challenge the shot, but the whistle comes and Lockemer will step to the line. Yada's 4 for 6 at the line. Lockemer 2 for 2. Howard missed her 2 attempts, so Scottsbluff pretty solid so far here at the charity stripe. Another make for Lockemer. Brady Lockemer having herself a night. 11 points. Give her 12. 12 for Lockemer. Berta has 9. Krentz has 10. Leads at 18, 38-20. 32 seconds to play. Boggs backs the dribble out. Spins her way to the right side. Out high. Now Pazanka fires a pass. Ball's loose on the floor. Right down there for Scottsbluff. Winkler grabs it for Gering. Ohio can't knock down the shot. 18 to play. Berta, outlet pass to Lockemer. Lockemer stops. Now Garcia. Garcia spins into the paint. She'll go to the bucket. Shot blocked. 6 seconds to play in the half. Boggs' pass is deflected away out of bounds. Gering will have it with 3.5 seconds to play here in the first half. 18-point lead. Ohio, 2 seconds. She'll throw it up and come up short. Ball rolls to the baseline out of bounds. Halftime has arrived here at Scottsbluff High School on a Saturday night. KNEB.TV coverage, KMOR 93.3, and we're streaming online as well. Halftime score at Scottsbluff High School in our girls action. It is 38-20. All Lady Bearcats, they lead big over Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
So is this technically break 6 right now? Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Girls action here this evening at Scottsbluff High. Homestanding Bearcats up big on rival Gering 38-20. Let's check the scoring totals right now. Look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's. They're the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. For Scottsbluff, it has been a hot shooting first half once again. Aubrey Krentz with 10 points, pair of three-point makes. Yada Garcia has just one field goal. It's a 3. 4 made free throws. Garcia has 7. Peyton Berta, the freshman off the bench, came out cooking. 3 threes in the second quarter. She's got 9 points at halftime. And Brady Lockemer averages 2.5 points a game. Came up with 12 off the bench, no less. In the first 2 quarters, 4 have scored. Lockemer leads the way with 12. 6 players have scored for Gering. Leading the way is Taylor Philbrick with a pair of threes. Macy Boggs with 3 points. 3 as well for Sydney Winkler and Kiara Wayo. Chloe Fries has 3. And Carly Pazanka with a late 2 on a layup. So 6 points from Taylor Philbrick. That leads Gering right now in the scorebook. Scoring by quarter for Gering, they went 11 and 9. They led 11-2. Since then, it's been a 36-9 run, if you want to extend that all the way to halftime. Scottsbluff exploded for 25 points in the second quarter. I've got Scottsbluff with 6 turnovers, Gering with 11, 7 of those in quarter number 2. We're at halftime at Scottsbluff High School. TV and radio coverage tonight. At the break of our girls' action, it's Scottsbluff leading Gering 38-20 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Girls game score here at halftime, 38-20 Scottsbluff on the back of a 25-point second quarter. In the first half, Scottsbluff knocks down 6 3-point field goals, 3 from Peyton Bird. Aubrey Krentz has 2. Looking ahead to our boys matchup later tonight. Bearcats in a new environment last night at Abraham Lincoln in Denver, a 4-point win, 54-50. And Gering got a home victory against Shadron, 48-41. It'll be the first matchup of the year between the two rivals, Scottsbluff and Gering boys, set to get after one another here in game number 2 on KNEB.TV, 93.3 KMOR, and KMORFM.com. Halftime of the girls' varsity game, 38-20. JV game earlier, won by Gering on the girls' side, 68-64. And the Scottsbluff JV team on the boys' side got a win over Gering. We're at the break, 38-20. Scottsbluff girls up big on the West Coast scoreboard.
Build a meal with Arby's 2 for $6. Whether it's 2 sandwiches, an entree and an appetizer, or 2 yummy cheese types. Arby's, we have the meat.
High school basketball coverage tonight on the Rural Radio Network. We're at halftime of the girls matchup, 38-20 the lead for Scottsbluff, trying to pick up their 10th win of the season. Right now the record at 9-7. The Gering girls are currently 4-12 off a 21-point home loss last night to Shadron. Olivia Reed led the Lady Cardinals with 22 points in that road win for Shadron. They improved to 13-1 now, their record so far this year. Shadron having a great season for head coach John McClain. We'll have the second half action in just a moment. KNEB.TV, also TV on Allo 15 and Mobius 1500. Radio tonight, 93.3 KMOR and KMORFM.com, streaming online. We'll step away one final time here at halftime. We'll come back with the second half right after this. Scottsbluff girls up by 18 on Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
High school basketball coverage. Chris Cottrell, glad to have you here on a Saturday evening. I'm with you from the second level here at Scottsbluff. Here at our Logos broadcast location. Stop into Logos. Jeremy and his guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. No job too big or small. That's Logos in downtown Gering. It'll be Gering basketball to start the third quarter. They trail by 18. Kiara Wyo has it out on the cat paw, well behind the three-point line. They bounce pass to the high post to Kelsey Bonsack. She hands it off to Macy Boggs. Boggs on the drive. It won't go. Bonsack batted it away out of bounds. It'll go back. It'll go to Scottsbluff for the first time here in the second half. Bonsack, Freeze, Boggs, Philbrick, and Ohio. Same starting five for Gering that started the game. Same story for Scottsbluff. Outside of the fact that Howard will start the second half on the bench and Brady Lockemer's on the floor. Out there with Wright, Avila, Garcia, and Krentz. Krentz on the catch. Now Lockemer had 12 points in the first half. Krentz on the catch and shoot three. Off the heel of the iron, we're going to get a push underneath, and Yada Garcia called for the foul. Second foul on Garcia. Lead stays at 18, 38-20. A little over 40 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Ohio to the left wing. On the catch there is Boggs. Boggs will dribble middle. Now Philbrick has it. Up top right side. Ohio on some dribble penetration. And a reach-in foul is going to go against Scottsbluff and Izzy Wright. First personal on Wright. Second team foul called against Scottsbluff early in the third stanza. 6:55 to play and two shots now for Kiara Ohio, shooting 60% at the free throw line this year. Oh, they'll say that foul came on the floor, so now they switch things up and Freeze will inbound along the baseline. Pass comes into Macy Boggs. Now Freeze cutting across. A little running jump hook with the right hand will not go. Loose ball. And what do we have? It's a travel. That's called against Brady Lockemer. Tough turnover, but that's what it is. 6:46 to play. Philbrick hit 2 threes in the first half. And she gets the basketball from Ohio. Now Boggs. Boggs trying to spin away on the dribble. Bonsack near the corner. Top of the key free. Shows basketball. Step back jumper. Shot blocked. Into the hands of Yada Garcia. Outlet pass to Lockemer. Lockemer stayed under control. Had an open teammate on the right block. Missed the shot. Bonsack grabs the miss. And now Gering turns it over. Got a little sloppy with it out near midcourt. I've got Gering at 12 turnovers in the ball game. Krentz picks up her dribble, gets it to Avila. In the corner, Lockemer. Yada Garcia wanted it in the low block area. Wide of the target, and Scottsbluff turns it over for just the 8th time tonight. 3-point shot from Boggs. Good box out by Izzy Wright. And now we've got a whistle and a walking violation called on Yada Garcia. 3 turnovers here in the first 2 minutes and 9 seconds by Scottsbluff in the third quarter. Ohio gives it to Freeze, cutting middle in the paint area, Bonsack. Now to Philbrick. Philbrick, little running jump hook shot that time. Wouldn't go. Ball loose, kicked around. Philbrick grabbed it in the corner, can't knock down the three. Scottsbluff up the floor. Wide open shot from Mariah Avila. Avila, offensive rebound to Lockemer, a left hand, and Brady Lockemer has 14 points. Again, she came in averaging 2.5 on the season, up to 14 tonight. Lockemer steps into the passing lane. Almost came up with a steal. Bonsack hits the deck, grabs it. And on that driving shot attempt from Ohio, a whistle and a foul called on Scottsbluff's Aubrey Krentz. Second foul on Krentz. And Ohio at the stripe, shooting 60% on the season. This is the first. Pazankin, Sydney Winkler check in for the first time here in the third quarter for Gering. Scottsbluff doubling up here. And make it a Check that 19-point lead. Foul shot for Aguayo, 40-21. Yada Garcia straight to the rim off the drive. Couldn't get the shot to drop. Rebounded by Pazanka, the freshman. Now Winkler driving baseline. Whips a little over-the-head pass. Got it to Pazanka. Finish for the freshman. And Sydney Winkler set it up with an aggressive baseline drive and dish. Three-point play opportunity for Carly Pazanka, 6-foot freshman, shooting 50% on the year at the stripe. Pazanka hits the free throw, so a three-point play. And with 4:45 to play in the third quarter, it's a 40-24 lead. Yada Garcia trying to dribble right to the line and knock in a three off the iron. Stolen away after the rebound for a moment by Krentz. Saved it inbounds right to Aguayo. Dangerous pass out near the top. Live ball turnover. Numbers aren't there. Aguayo and Winkler hustling back defensively. Someone got a hand on it, poked it away. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. 4:25 to play here in the third. Avila to Krentz. Wide open look. Off the inbounds pass. That's just too easy. Aubrey Krentz cannot get that easy of a look off an inbounds pass from the baseline. Three ball goes. 43-24. Winkler. She'll shoot the three off the high ball screen. Sydney Winkler knocks one in. Winkler has her second tray of the night, 6 points, and the lead for Scottsbluff at 17. Reach-in foul called against Winkler, defending against Mariah Avila. Winkler, a sophomore, looking easily the most aggressive I've seen her so far this year in limited looks. First foul on Winkler. Krentz, opposite side of the floor. Three this time would not drop. Here comes Boggs. Boggs to Winkler. Shows ball. Gets it to Pazanka, the freshman. Finds a cutting Macy. Boggs with a right hand. Little layup, too strong. Kind of shot that from the middle of the paint. Didn't use the backboard. And now Scottsbluff on the offensive end. Pazanka, the freshman, with a block shot against Lockemer, but some contact came along with it. And two shots coming for Brady Lockemer. (43-26). Lockemer at the stripe hits the first. .335 to play here. Third quarter action. Lockemer. Good rotation. Knocks in another. Brady Lockemer has 16 points. 3:33 to play in the quarter, and that'll be a whistle and a foul called against Peyton Berta as Chloe Freeze had nowhere to come down with the ball. Second foul on Berta. Winkler has it. She'll dribble off a screen from Philbrick. Pass is intercepted. 13th turnover of the night committed by Gering. Krentz, offensive foul. Didn't get away with a push-off with the off arm. Third foul on Krentz. 3:16 to play here in the third quarter. Pazanka inbounds to Sydney Winkler. Winkler loses the basketball for a moment, hits the floor, whistle, jump ball, possession arrow. Gives it to Scottsbluff. Third turnover of the quarter, 14th of the game, committed by Gering. 3:11 to play here in the third. Avila on the floor right now with Berta, Lockemer, and we'll see who will be on the floor. We've got a timeout. Full timeout. 3:11 to play here in the third. We'll step away with them. Scottsbluff leads Gering by 19 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Run with us in the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835 and be prepared to go the extra mile. Because when others take rain checks, we take the wheel. With 3 wide seating, heat, and AC, this is the coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipments.com.
Quick trigger 3-ball, a little short from Peyton Berta. Back to live action. Third quarter, under 3 minutes to play in this third quarter here at Scottsbluff, 45-26. And Gering with a traveling violation, their 4th turnover here in the second half. Monument Physical Therapy can keep you or that athlete in the game. They offer the Bumps and Bruises program, 1 free consultation. Dribble drive and 2 points right there for Yada Garcia. 1 free consultation and 1 free follow-up for all area athletes. We're talking about Monument Physical Therapy in Gering and Morrill. Left wing 3 as Macy Boggs answers back on the offensive end for Gering. Boggs has her 2nd tray of the night. The lead is 18 for Scottsbluff. Winkler D'ing up against Mariah Avila. Garcia to Avila, into the paint, and boy, tried the step through against Winkler. Really playing some solid defense right now. Sydney Winkler, a little bulldog out there in a couple of ways, both in effort and in school. 10 turnovers in the game for Scottsbluff. Boggs had her 3-point shot deflected and blocked by Lockemer. Here comes Avila. Avila kicks it to Krentz. Open look. Shot wouldn't go. Hustling in for an offensive rebound is Yada Garcia. And a foul underneath called against Scottsbluff. A push on Brady Lockemer. 3rd on Lockemer. Boys action will follow a little bit later on tonight. KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. Radio on 93.3 FM KMOR, and we're streaming at KMORFM.com. If you can't find us with all those spots, I can't help you. 1:57 to play. Philbrick misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Aggressive offensive rebound for Pazanka. Winkler, another triple. Sydney Winkler balling tonight. Krentz thought about the catch-and-shoot 3. Now Berta. She didn't think for long, put it up. Peyton Berta hit 3 threes in the first half. Couldn't get that one to go. Wyo runs the other way. Shot too strong, and Pazanka runs into Yada Garcia. And a foul goes against the 6-footer. The freshman Pazanka picks up her 2nd personal here tonight. 1:31 to play in the 3rd. Across the timeline with it, Mariah Avila. Avila to the high post on the bounce pass to Lockemer. Shot fake. Lockemer picks up her dribble. Now Avila on the wing left. Dribbles into the paint. Swoops across the paint. Bakes it in. First 2 points of the night for Avila, averages 6. Taylor Philbrick. Winkler. Shot fake. Pass into the corner. Boggs. She'll shoot the triple. Came up short. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to Scottsbluff with exactly 1 minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. .56 seconds. Clock running. Lockemer catches at the high post. And we've got a whistle and a foul called against Gering. This will go on Sydney Winkler. Second foul on Winkler. Inbounds pass comes to Garcia in traffic down underneath the bucket. Good job by Pazanka to get rid of the ball before she walked with it, laying on her backside. Spinning reverse layup won't go for a while. Second shot opportunity for Boggs. Rebounded by Scottsbluff. Garcia steps through as the defender flies by. That was Philbrick, and Yada Garcia now has double figures on the night with 11. Winkler on the drive. Shot blocked by Berta. Here comes Yada. Garcia to the top of the key. Hustling back defensively to come up with the steal. Sydney Winkler, 15 seconds to play. Winkler, a three, and we're going to get a late whistle, and 3 shots coming for Sydney Winkler. Really playing well here tonight. Eighth team foul against Scottsbluff already here in this third quarter. Third foul on Avila. And Winkler unable to knock down the first. She's a 66% shooter at the free throw line this year. 51-32, a 19-point lead for Scottsbluff. Girls action, late third quarter, 11 seconds to play. Entertaining rival Gering high school basketball coverage on the Rural Radio Network. Melissa Float, your local American National Insurance agent. She offers auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch insurance. See Melissa Float for your insurance needs. 0 for 2 trip at the line for Winkler. Avila sprints the other direction, up in traffic, and scores with the left hand. Third quarter buzzer sound. Scottsbluff leads by 21. We head to the fourth here at Scottsbluff High School tonight on the Rural Radio Network. 53-32 Scottsbluff on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
(53-32) as we get set for the start of the fourth quarter here at Scottsbluff High School. 21-point lead for the Lady Bearcats. They have 3 in double figures. Brady Lockemer leads with 16. Krentz has 13. Garcia with 11. Sydney Winkler has 9 to lead Gering in scoring. Boggs to Awayo. Awayo will put it on the floor, finds Winkler. She'll shoot another 3. Missed that one too strong. Rebound, another board for Lockemer, playing outstanding. Cross-court look. Beautiful feed from Krentz to Berta. Just couldn't get the shot to go. Another hustle play by Lockemer. She's playing out of her mind here tonight. Now Awayo into the paint. Shot too strong. Rebounded by Berta. Got the ball to Krentz. Here comes Yada Garcia into the front court for Scottsbluff. Lady Cats looking for their 10th win of the season. Layup saw every bit of the iron, just would not go. Right side, Winkler again. Not shy here tonight. Shooting at will. Back-to-back misses. Numbers aren't there. Yada Garcia going to go right to the bucket. Really kind of put the defense in a vice right there. Just continued to push the basketball and use that athletic ability to get the shot up and over the defender. Yada Garcia now has 13. 55-32. 6 minutes and 37 seconds to play. Bonsack, short corner left side along the baseline. Now Winkler. Up top with it, Awayo. Winkler sets the screen. Kiara Awayo shoots the 3. Rebound controlled by Bonsack. Lost it, knocked away though. Last touch by Lockemer. 39 seconds into the fourth. Winkler will sit. Berta and Avila to the bench. For Scottsbluff, Taylin Holton comes onto the floor. Emma Herman, a pair of seniors on for the first time tonight. Freeze to Philbrick. Philbrick, right side Boggs. He'll try to operate along the baseline. Harrison cutting towards the block area. Ball loose. Herman picks it up, now reaching in and forcing a jump ball. Possession arrow. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Five minutes and 52 seconds to play in the game. Krentz on the catch. She'll shoot the triple. Little flat off the front of the iron. Freeze has it. Lost it across the timeline. Awayo goes strong. Wild shot came up short, partially deflected on the release. Yada Garcia, top of the key, operating for Scottsbluff. She'll back the dribble out. Now go to work on the spin. Oh, directing traffic while she picked up her dribble. Wanted Herman to cut to the bucket. She did. Just could not haul in the pass. 11 turnovers in the game for the Lady Bearcats. 5:23 to play in the contest. 23-point lead. And a kick ball will stay with Gering. Lady Huskers today on 94-1 the Brand, a 1-point win at Wisconsin. Men gave a great effort on the road at ranked Rutgers and got beat in the closing moments. A 3-point shot from Rutgers with just under 2 seconds to play in the game. Won it 75-72. Whistle and a foul on the Garcia drive. Foul goes against Macy Boggs. Inbounds pass comes to Herman, to Krentz. Krentz three short, rebounded by Winkler. Philbrick, another three. This one slams off the backboard, will not drop. Outlet pass up ahead. Taylin Holton will shoot the mid-range jumper. 4 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the game. Maddie Seiler, the 5'5 freshman, comes into the game. First time we've seen Seiler tonight. 55-32. Seiler's pass, telegraphed it. Krentz read it. Took it the other direction. Good job by Seiler to hustle back and block Krentz's layup attempt. 4:37 to play. Lockemer fires the inbounds pass to Garcia. Beautiful look from up top to Lockemer. Couldn't finish. Pass up ahead to Freeze. Freeze has struggled offensively tonight. She has just 3 points in the paint. Philbrick couldn't get the first one. The second shot goes. Taylor Philbrick now with 8. Scored 8 last night in the loss at home against Shadron. Now Lockemer shows ball, goes to the bucket. Offensive rebound off the miss, grabbed by Emma Herman. And we get a whistle and a foul. That one goes on Emily Harrison, her third. 3 fouls and fairly limited action tonight. Scottsbluff will inbound with Callie Wright. Comes into Krentz. Garcia now Callie Wright. Krentz, she'll shoot the three. Got a clean look, couldn't knock it down. Rebound goes to Philbrick for Gering. Seiler zigzags her way into the front court. Ball deflected on the pass. Gering's turned it over for the 17th time tonight. Yada Garcia can't knock down a 3-0. Board to Holton. Holton to Krentz. And a whistle. And we've got a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. 3:35 to play in the game. Well, over halfway through this fourth quarter, Scottsbluff leads 55-34 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Run with us in the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835 and be prepared to go the extra mile. Because when others take rain checks, we take the wheel. With 3 wide seating, heat, and AC, this is the coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Scottsbluff threw it away on the inbounds pass. Now Seiler throws it away for the second time since coming into the game. Yada Garcia had her shot blocked. Right there on the to grab the miss was Krentz. Now she grabs her own miss. A third opportunity. Herman up. 4 shots right around the rim. Scottsbluff can't get any to drop, but it'll be Emma Herman now to shoot 2 at the free throw line. 3:14 to play in the game. Herman on the season at 46% at the stripe. Off the mark on the first. Second here in just a moment. Scottsbluff continues to lead by 21. It's 55-34. Herman 1 of 2. Seiler clears out after she gives the basketball to Winkler. Nikki Todd, the freshman, posting. Seiler into the corner. Chloe Freeze, the junior, works out of trouble. Now Winkler. Contact came. Winkler will get 2 shots at the line. Sydney Winkler has been the best player on the floor tonight for Gering. Winkler can't knock down the first. She's been stuck on 9 points for a little while. .256 to play in the game. Herman stepped into the lane, and the free throw goes. And so Winkler into double figures. That's her 10th point. Anna Kelly, the freshman guards, checked in for Scottsbluff. Kelly will look to shoot if she catches with even a little bit of a look at the rim on the offensive end. Ball loose into the backcourt, touched up, no backcourt violation. Kelly has it. Gets away from 2 defenders. Now a reach-in foul called against Gering. Could be Seiler, could be Winkler. We'll see. It'll go on Sydney Winkler. Third foul on Winkler. 2:37 to play. 56-35. Anna Kelly's foul shot. Grabbing the miss. Taylin Holton gets the bucket. 2 for Holton. Coming up on 2:20 to go in the game. Briley Dean is on the floor now for Gering. Winkler picks up her dribble, gets it to Dean. Seiler wants it in the corner. Instead, Emma Herman steps in front of the intended target that time. At the high post, it was Nikki Todd. Peyton Berta. Winkler blocks a shot. Winkler has it. Whistle, jump ball, possession arrow. Will give it back to Gering with 2:03 to play in the game. Gering got off to an 11-2 start. Led early on the strength of 3 early threes One each from Ohio, Boggs, and Philbrick, and then Scottsbluff went off. Had a huge second quarter. They scored 25. 1:43 to play in the game. Seiler to Winkler. Berta defends. Seiler sets the screen. Now Nikki Todd catches. And a whistle, and what are we going to have? Thought we might get a walk. Instead, they're pairing in. We'll get a foul. It'll go against Emma Herman. 2 fouls on Herman. 1:33 to play in the game. At the line, Nikki Todd. The freshman post player leaves the first free throw short. Boys action to follow. Gering's won 4 straight to get to 6-9. The Scottsbluff boys are now 13-2 on the year. After a win at Abraham Lincoln in Denver last night, 54-50. Todd hits the second. .22 points the lead for Scottsbluff, 58-36. They'll be 3-0 against their arch rival so far this year when the buzzer sounds here pretty quickly. Holton on the catch. Taylin Holton holds the basketball. Now she's going to shoot the triple and knock it down. Taylin Holton from long range. Holton's got 5, leads at 24. Briley Dean, top of the key. To Winkler. We go under 1 minute to play in the game. Sydney Winkler works against Callie Wright. Winkler picks up her dribble. They'll throw it to Briley Dean on the left wing. She goes baseline. Now 40 seconds to play. Winkler falls out of bounds with the ball in her hands. Kind of slipped and hit the deck trying to save that ball as it got poked away momentarily there by Callie Wright. And Scottsbluff will walk it across the timeline with Anna Kelly. 32 seconds to play. We'll see if Scottsbluff even looks to attempt a shot here in the closing seconds. Kelly to Emma Herman. Herman being defended by the freshman Todd. Pass in and out of the hands of Peyton Berta. Late turnover for Scottsbluff. Won't matter in the grand scheme of things here in this one. 60-36. Scottsbluff will win it going away here on their home floor. Missed 3. Todd then had her hands on it, stepped along the baseline. Basketball goes back to Scottsbluff. 9 seconds to play. They don't even need to cross midcourt. Kelly can just dribble this one out. And she'll hand the basketball to the near side official. The final score here at Scottsbluff girls varsity game. Lady Bearcats roll over arch rival Gering 60-36 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
What break is this, Vince? Perfect. Final score in the girls matchup tonight between Scottsbluff and Gering. The homestanding Bearcats win it big by the final of 60-36. to 36. A 24-point victory here at home tonight for the Lady Bearcats. They get their 10th win of the year. Their record now at 10-7. For Gering, the loss puts them at 4-13. We'll check some of the scoring totals here momentarily. We'll also have a Taco John's player of the game before we turn the page to get to our boys' pregame festivities with a conversation with both head coaches. Just went ahead and grabbed the postgame with Scott Gullion last night after the win in Denver at Abraham Lincoln. We'll hear that conversation again. And then I visited with Gering head coach Kyle Cotton earlier this morning. We'll hear from Coach Cotton also. Some awards being handed out near midcourt. Final score in that girls matchup moments ago, 60-36. Right now we'll add up these scoring totals. Get to an Arby's post-game update. Look at the numbers, of course, brought to you by Arby's. They are the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Let's start with Gering's side of the book. One player in double figures, Sydney Winkler, had 10. Taylor Philbrick finished with 8. 6 points in the game for Macy Boggs. Carly Pazank off the bench, the freshman, with 5. 4 for Kiara Wyo. Chloe Freeze, the leading scorer at 14 a game, finished up with only 3 points tonight. And a single free throw for Nikki Todd. Gering drops to 4-13. Unofficially, I had Gering with 17 turnovers. Now we take a look at things for Scottsbluff. They put 3 in double figures. Brady Lockemer led the way with 16 points. 13 apiece for 1,000-point scorers, Aubrey Krentz and Yada Garcia. Just shy of double figures, Peyton Berta, the freshman, hit 3 threes in the second quarter. 9 points for Berta. Mariah Avila, fairly quiet night. She got her 4 points in the third stanza. 5 off the bench late for Taylin Holton, including a 3. And Emma Herman converted 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Check on the scoring totals for both teams. Again, brought to you by Arby's. They are the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Post-game show after the girls matchup finished up just a few minutes back. The final was 60-36. I've got a quick moment I'll tell you about Wells Fargo Advisors. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Final score in our girls' game, 60-36. Scottsbluff wins it big over arch rival Gering tonight on the West Coast scoreboard. Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
Chris Cottrell joined now by Gering girls head coach Steve Land for a quick conversation here after the Gering girls fall at Scottsbluff 60-36. Coach, guys got off to a fast start, 3 threes early. You led 11-2. Things kind of fell apart from there. Scottsbluff, once they get rolling, boy, it can happen in a hurry, can't it?
Yeah, we talked about that, and they're hard to defend, but we didn't do a very good job. I think in transition is where we got beat. We didn't get back and cover up the 3 ball. There's got to be a lot of work done before we play them again with the fast pace of the game and guarding people. We had a couple subs come in, and they're a little bit lost on knowing who to have, and we talked about that at halftime. I think we got that cleaned up the second half, but I think our kids got frustrated the second half and tried to do a little bit too much one-on-one. We took quite a few bad shots that percentage-wise you're not going to make a whole lot of them, and it wasn't a lack of effort from their part because they're trying to help the team, but we just got to be a little bit more patient. If they hit a couple back-to-back threes, we don't want to come down and try to match that. We would get blown out by Scottsbluff if we tried that philosophy. We talked about that after the game tonight, too. We've got to settle down. We've got to move the ball, make 10, 15 passes, and get a good look at the shot, and try to settle and maybe cool them down a little bit. Prince plays off of it. Berta, Garcia can hit threes. Where's your weapons? They're all over the place. You got to defend everyone. You got to be very good and sound to the help side. We gave up a couple layups, not rotating over. I thought this team you can take charges against if you rotate hard and quick and get in front of people because they're coming to the basket hard and they're looking to kick it if they don't have the layup. So it's a tough team to play. We don't match up with them. We may have to look at putting an all-guard unit out there to match their guard play. That's something that we might look at in the future.
Ask you quickly here about Sydney Winkler. Your sophomore came off the bench. Look, I know she made some mistakes, maybe had some defensive miscues, lost assignments. She lost Krentz on an inbounds pass for an open 3, but she played her heart out, played hard, hit the deck, hit some shots, looked aggressive, looked confident. Is that the best she's played all year?
It really is. It carried over from the JV game that we knocked them off. Sid was 6 for 6 down the stretch in the JV game, and he's carried over. She's slowly getting the confidence that I have in her. She's a very good shooter. Early on in the year, she's just reluctant to shoot a little bit, but I think she's starting to find it, and that's the thing we talked about early on in the year, that we've got several kids with a lot of talent that they're just finding themselves right now. So it's fun to watch the progression of the kids growing, and Sid's definitely one of them that's growing for our team right now.
No doubt about that. We'll name Sydney Winkler the Taco John's player of the game tonight for the Gering Lady Bulldogs. Coach Steve Land, appreciate you stopping up after a tough loss. Have a good rest of the weekend, Coach.
All right, thanks, Chris.
That's Steve Land, Gering girls head basketball coach, after a tough one here tonight at Scottsbluff, the final 60-36. So we'll go with Sydney Winkler for the Taco John's player of the game for the Lady Bulldogs. And really a no-brainer here for the Lady Bearcats. Brady Lockemer came in averaging 2.5 points on the season per game. Tonight she went for 16, a huge effort for Brady Lockemer. So Winkler and Lockemer, your Taco John's players of the game. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Girls final 60-36. Scottsbluff now 10-7. Gering drops to 4-13. Both boys teams are out on the floor warming up right now. We'll turn the page here between games and we'll get to our boys pregame coverage as we come back with a conversation with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian. This was last night's conversation after their road win in Denver at Abraham Lincoln. We'll hear that when we come back right after this on the Rural Radio Network. Correct. Victoria's head coach Scott Golian joins me here for a post-game chat. Coach, hostile environment, first time ever here to Abe Lincoln. Regardless of the way it looked or how things turned out, a win is a win, and you got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, well, at this point, going on the road and driving this far, and guys competed. You know, we started out fast. Then we didn't play very well, to be quite honest. I mean, we scored 9 quick, and then kind of went we scored 2 more, and then we were kind of slow, 4 in probably, 6 minutes, it felt like. And to close the gap at the end was huge, with a couple huge threes by Dawson to get it to 4, and I think gave us a little bit of more confidence, that we're right there. And team never wavered, though. I mean, at halftime, it wasn't like any big deal. I think we knew that we didn't play tremendous, and we were right there with a pretty good basketball team, and they really got 2 guys that can go, and I mean they got their averages. The biggest thing is nobody else really got going for them.
Well, literally no one did anything for them other than those 2 through 3 quarters. Bomba and Foster combined for 36 through 3, and that was all that had scored for 3 quarters. And then inexplicably, Foster doesn't score in the 4th, and Bomba took him about 3.5 minutes to get on the board. Let's go back 9-0. Then they go 21-4, and you mentioned Dawson's threes towards the end of the first half. Those were huge. He finished with 24 points, and honestly, it felt like every free throw or every bucket from the floor tonight from Dawson came at the exact time you needed it.
Yeah, I mean, hits a huge 3 or makes some free throws or gets a layup and makes the right pass. I thought he played tremendous and kind of, really helped carry the team. And you know what? He guarded Foster, too, in the second half. We made a little switch because Josiah was in some foul trouble, and we wanted to stick with our man. And I thought he did a really good job on him. And Sebastian did a good job on Bomba. So, and Jack did too. I mean, everybody, it took a complete team effort. And that's just how good those guys are. They're going to make shots, and it's hard to stop them. And, they're slithery, and they get to the rim and are strong and athletic. So, yeah, but I thought our defense, was really the key to the whole thing. And, I didn't want to overlook Dawson's defense because I thought he did a tremendous job on Foster in the second half.
I don't know how many times Bomba tried to cross over one direction, come back the other, and then go back to the direction he was trying to go the first time against Sebastian, and Bash had his feet in the right spot every single time.
He did a great job. I mean, and that's what he does for us about night in, night out. If we can get him to hit a shot here or there, that's a bonus. But him and Jack both have just really bought into that role that they're going to be the defensive energy, make the extra pass, those guys. They know they're not going to get their names up there with the most points, and they're fine with it. And that's, and then that's really truly a compliment to Sebastian, going from being the guy to being, essentially a role player. But he is huge for us in that role, and he's bought into it, and which is really great to see.
So in the first half, was it more you're 2 states away from home and not getting the calls, or was it more just trying to adjust to a different style of officiating here in a public league game in Denver?
I don't know. They were attacking more than us. I thought there were some calls that, could have gone either way, but they didn't go for us. But for the most part, they're attacking the rim, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, geez, it's 6-0 or 8-2. And I'm like, and we're in a zone, but they were attacking the rim, and we were, for the most part at that time span, shooting threes, and so I think that was probably the biggest thing. I thought they attacked more than us, and that was the biggest part. But also we were trying to play with our hands, and that's kind of how we have to try to guard some of these guys.
I think what I noticed tonight from my vantage point, where you really saw that freakish athleticism from those 2, was their ability to just hang in the air after someone had already arrived, kind of almost outlast the defender in the air, and they're still there finishing at the rim.
Yeah, making huge plays.
Man.
Blocking shots off the backboard.
They scared multiple, they turned they turned a couple block shots into scared transition attempts.
Yeah, not just I think, Dawson got 2 blocked, and he was kind of laughing at halftime. He's like, they got 1. I didn't expect they were going to get the second one. But then it was kind of like, we're down here. In the first half especially, it was like, I don't know, we're kind of looking over our shoulder, seeing where those guys are at. Thought we did a much better job in the second half when we got those opportunities to just go and finish the play and get there a little bit quicker than they were.
Yeah, nice win here tonight. Gering gets a 48-41 home win over Chadron in a low-scoring game, so they're 2-0 against the Cardinals. I know their competition maybe not as elite as some of the teams you're playing, but they have won 4 in a row. A rivalry game, you throw everything out the window. At your place tomorrow night, how do you bounce back in a hurry?
We're going to have to get on the road and make sure we get hydrated. You said it. They're building confidence. And that's the only thing that's going to do that is some wins. And, they're getting them. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It's they needed that confidence boost. And, when they're going to come in, they want to beat us. And we want to beat them. They're going to bring everything they have. And they're feeling pretty good, I'm sure. So we got to come out ready to play. It's the first time seeing. So it's our.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
We're back between games tonight. We just heard from Scottsbluff head coach Scott Gullion following last night's win on the road at Ames Lincoln for the Gering High Bulldogs. 4 straight in the win column for the boys after a 7-point home win over Chadron last night. Time to catch up now with head coach Kyle Cotton. Coach, you got to be feeling good. 4 straight wins, whether it be you, the staff, or the kids, smiles on the faces, and a little confidence has been brewing.
Yeah, we started out the year 2-9. Not quite what we thought would happen, but the last 4 games, we really stepped up on the defensive end, and, that's something that we've been preaching since the beginning. We got to hang our hat on. And again, last night, I thought we did an excellent job limiting Chadron to jump shots, and, Barry and Hausman made some, but, we did a great job, and then we got rebounds, and, offense is still struggling a little bit to knock down shots, but we're getting in positions where we can be successful, so that's all you can really ask.
Well, let's turn the page quickly as you get to your first ever Scottsbluff Gering game. I guess what are your individual personal feelings as you head into your first one of these?
Well, I'm excited. It's a great opportunity for our team. The community's always supported this game. I'm just excited to go up there and, see how much we've improved since the beginning of the year, and just try to continue to work and get better. And I'm just excited about the atmosphere that Scottsbluff's going to have.
What stands out to you the most about their basketball team? If someone says, hey, Scottsbluff, what's the first thing you think of?
I just think their desire to win and compete. Coach Gullion has done a great job. You can't say enough good things about their team. They have inside presence. They can shoot from the outside. They can get to the rim. They're an all-around good team. There's a reason why, they're rated so high and they've won so many games.
And let's quickly get you out of here on this one with a quick key to the game, brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty. And you get that with every new vehicle purchase there at Team Auto. Wrapping up right now with Gering boys coach Kyle Cotton ahead of tip-off against Scottsbluff here at SHS tonight. Coach, keys for you guys to get off to a good start. I got to imagine that's number one you've got to get accomplished. How do you do that? And then how do you stick around into the second half where you've got some belief that you can do this thing?
Well, 2 things have to happen. One, we have to play defense with intensity. Everyone that's in the game has to make sure they're doing their assignments. And then on offense, we have to be unselfish with the ball. We have to play as a team. And when we do that, I think we're really good. So we just have to continue to do those things and, just give it our best effort. We got to compete for 4 quarters and, then let the chips lay where they are. So, we're super excited. We're ready for the battle, and, hopefully it's a good game.
A confident-sounding Kyle Cotton with the Gering Bulldogs on a 4-game winning streak. No reason not to be. Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
We'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.TV on the Rural Radio Network.
We all have hard days at work. This is what champion bullfighter Dusty Tuckness does for a living. Now this is a tough day at work. When Dusty comes home, he likes things quiet. Windows and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen not only make things quiet, they cut your energy bills and add to the value of your home. No matter what you do for a living, Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors, because coming home should always feel this good.
Well, we've heard from both head coaches ahead of tip-off for our boys matchup tonight. Kyle Cotton for Gering, his Bulldogs being introduced right now. Let's get to starting lineups, brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. Caleb Gonzalez off the bench, first, a 5'8 senior, averaging 4.5 points a game. Bryce Sherrill, the team's leading scorer, 6'4 senior. Sherrill averages 14.5. Colton Ebers, a 6'3 senior, 7 points a game. Brett Pazanka, the steadying hand in the backcourt, a 6'1 junior. Brett in double figures at 10 a night. And Turner Ray is introduced as the 5th starter tonight for Gering. Ray averages 5 points. He's a 6'4 junior. Now the starters for Scottsbluff, under the direction of head coach Scott Golian. Josiah Deolis, a 6' senior guard, averages 20 points a night. Jack Darnell averages just 2 points a ball game. Got off to a fast start last night with 5 in the first couple of moments. 6'1 senior Jack Darnell. Chance Parker, a 6'6 senior. He averages 9 points and 9 rebounds a night, near a double-double on average. Sam Clarkson, a 6'6 senior, 9 points per game. And Dawson Moore, a 6'1 junior, had 24 last night at Abe Lincoln in the win. He averages about 16.5 coming into the weekend. There will be no Sebastian Harsh coming off the bench tonight. The big 6'4 rugged senior on his official football visit to the University of Wyoming this evening all day long. And in Laramie for tonight's game, he'll miss this Scottsbluff Gering game, so it's a big deal for Sebastian tonight. Wishing the best for Bash on that trip up at Wyoming. Opening tip time brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. Sherrill will jump against Chance Parker. Papa Murphy's, Dan Marshall, his crew, they do a great job here in Scottsbluff. We're underway. Parker kind of controlled the tip, but Turner Ray grabbed it. Gering has it. Brett Pazanka's got a quick 3 out of the right corner. It drops, and Brett Pazanka cracks the seal on the scoreboard with a triple out of the right side corner. A 3-0 lead for Gering. Dawson Moore, everything he shot last night that he knocked down came at a crucial spot. Gering goes 2-3 zone. They've been playing really good defense in this 4-game winning streak. Wins against Chadron, Gordon Rushville, Newcastle, and Sydney. Clarkson, he'll look opposite. Got Diolis. He'll shoot an open three. We're tied at 3. Josiah Diolis cans one from downtown. 50 seconds in, 3-3 the score. Gonzalez gives it to Turner Ray. He'll shoot the triple. That one off the mark, rebounded by Parker. Diolis has it. Works his way inside the three-point line. Open shooter. Good look from Diolis. The three for more wouldn't drop. Ball comes off. Grabbed by Ray. Gets it to Sherrill. Bryce Sherrill up ahead on the pass across the timeline to Ebers. Back to Sherrill. Gonzalez will go and get the basketball. Sherrill moves along the baseline. Turner Ray on the wing right side. Ray top of the key. Ebers. Now Sherrill on the catch. He's got Darnell defending. Pazanka with more on him. Ebers. Chance Parker mans up. Turner Ray, minute and 35 seconds in. We're tied at 3, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul called against Jack Darnell. First foul of the night against either team, the first on Darnell. Early first quarter action, 6:23 to play. It's a 3-3 score here early on. Couple of made threes right out of the chute. Pazanka and Diolis. Ebers on the catch. He'll go up. Rattles it in. Colton Ebers into the book for the first time. Gering leads 5-3. Nearly 2 minutes gone by. Diolis picks up his dribble before he got to midcourt. Darnell gives it back to Josiah. They'll move it to Dawson Moore. Entry pass to the low post. Parker with the feed to the perimeter. Tried to give it right back to Chance. Knocked away by Bryce Sherrill, and Gering comes up with the steal. First turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Sherrill fading away on that triple. It wouldn't go. Here comes Diolis rushing it all the way to the other end for an easy transition layup. Josiah Diolis now with all 5 early for the Cats. Tied at 5, 5:30 to play. Chris Cottrell, glad to have you along here on KNEB.TV, 93.3 KMOR on the Rural Radio Network. And Gering with a turnover. Caleb Gonzalez was not ready for that pass from Bryce Sherrill. Should have been. 5:18 to go in the quarter. Each team with an early turnover. Both teams with early three-point buckets. Now Diolis finds Clarkson open underneath. Reverse layup. Scottsbluff has their first lead of the night on the Clarkson layup. 7-5. Scottsbluff gets a steal. Parker has it. Chance Parker running the other way. Lost it on the dribble out of bounds. It'll go back to Gering. 7-5 the score early. Scottsbluff played last night. Boys action only in Denver at Abraham Lincoln. 54-50 the final. Dawson Moore scored 24 of the 54. Right side Ebers. He's got Parker on him. Sherrill posting against the smaller Jack Darnell. Couldn't get him the basketball. Caleb Gonzalez head down. Looked to penetrate a little along the baseline. Back to Ebers behind the three-point line. Sherrill catches just behind the foul line. Gives it to Ebers. Ebers, beautiful pass to a cutting Brett Pazanka. Couldn't convert. Pretty play, everything but the finish. And here come the Cats into the front court with Diolis. Josiah fires a pass to an open shooter. Dawson Moore missed everything long. Here comes Gering, 2-on-2, the numbers. Sherrill to Gonzalez in traffic. Ball kicked around. Darnell has it. Up ahead, Moore. One-touch pass. Finish at the rim. Pretty play in transition. Moore, the bounce pass to Diolis. Josiah's got 7 of Scottsbluff's 9. Cats lead 9-5. A little over halfway through here in the opening quarter. Caleb Gonzalez will shoot a straightaway triple and knock one down. Gonzalez brings Gering to within 1. Diolis whips a pass. Beautiful extra look from Clarkson to Parker. Couple of great passes right there. Diolis to Clarkson. And then Parker on the finish. Chance with his first 2 points of the night. Averages 9 points and 9 rebounds. 3:20 to play. Sherrill on a driving attempt with the left hand. A whistle and a foul called against Scottsbluff. If it's Darnell, it's number 2. Second foul on Jack Darnell. Second team foul, both on Jack. 3:17 to play. Scottsbluff's bench going to be a little bit short tonight. Sebastian Harsh not available. Mentioned it earlier on that official visit at Wyoming for football. Sherrill knocks in the foul shot. Just a 58% shooter on the season at the line. Second from Sherrill, got both. Little full court token pressure right now from Gering. Quickly to Parker into the front court. Scottsbluff will set up shop here in a moment. Now almost turned it over, and they did. Gonzalez grabs the loose ball. Scottsbluff has 3 early turnovers. Jack Franklin's into the game. Zach Wilson also into the game. Wilson on the catch and a layup at the rim. From the right block, Zach Wilson off the bench, quickly into the scorebook with a deuce. Gering goes in front, 12-11 with 2:47 to play in the first quarter. Diolis being defended. Oh, nice look. Paint touch, help defense came uphill, and an easy finish for Clarkson. Sam's got 4. Back the other direction. Pazenka's got 2 more, 5 in the game for Brent. Back and forth we go. Up-tempo pace for both these clubs early. Gering leads 14-13. Diolis lost it out of bounds on the dribble. 2:19 to play in the first quarter. Caleb Gonzalez will dribble the ball up the floor across the timeline for Gering. On the deck, attacks the rim, and a bump and a foul goes against Chance Parker. .206 to play. Sherrill on the catch, goes baseline, hangs in the air, can't get it to go off the square. Clarkson the rebound. Here come the Cats. Quentin Scott into the game. They give it to Chance Parker in transition. They'll count the bucket and a chance for a 3-point play for Chance Parker. Chance has his second bucket and an opportunity now to make it a 3-point play at the line. 1:56 to play in the first quarter. Cats back in front, 15-14. Parker misses the free throw. Wilson clears the miss. On the defensive rebound for Gering. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Caleb Gonzalez. Quentin Scott deflects the pass. Sherrill tracks it down. Sherrill to Franklin. Franklin right back to Bryce Sherrill. Crossover dribble. Zach Wilson, one dribble behind the line, misses everything on the long. I think he might have had a foot on the line, either a long 2 or a 3-point shot. .125 to play in the first quarter. Scottsbluff ball in a 1-point lead. Going to be a short bench. Scottsbluff usually plays about 7.5 with limited minutes for Isaiah Mendoza, who got banged up in the JV game, and then you subtract Harsh from that equation. And Diolis knocks down his second triple early. He's got 10. Here in the first quarter, we go under a minute to play. Scottsbluff now with their biggest lead of the night at 4, 18-14. Pazenka with more defending. Gering a little congested on that side of the floor. And Pazenka got tripped up on the dribble. And the whistle comes after Pazenka lost it out of bounds. Turnover for Gering, their third here in the opening quarter. Jack Darnell back into the game with 2 fouls. Brady Radzimski checks in. Pazenka will take a seat. So for Gering, Gonzalez, Radzimski, Franklin, Wilson, and Sherrill, just 2 starters out there. Scottsbluff with their original starting 5 now. Moore, Clarkson, Darnell, Parker, and Diolis. Darnell, now Diolis. They will lob it, and a throwdown! The lob dunk, Diolis to Chance Parker. A big jam. Josiah out high left. They're enjoying things. Parker on the baseline. Got up in the air and threw it down. He got the dunk last night at Abe Lincoln in transition off the steal. Tonight, the alley-oop Cram. Diolis with a beautiful looking play right there. Diolis to Chance Parker, the lob Cram. 16 seconds to play. It's a 6-point lead now for Scottsbluff. Bryce Sherrill going to get called for the offensive foul. .11 seconds to play. Scottsbluff leads by 6, 20-14. Diolis gives it to Moore. Dawson Moore across the timeline. 8 seconds to play. Scott pops out to the right wing. Diolis top of the key. He'll use a screen. Goes behind his back. Spins into an open look. Couldn't get it to go. Scottsbluff closed the opening quarter strong after Gering got off to a solid start. One in the books here. Boys varsity action at Scottsbluff. 20 dogs by 6 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hey Grandma, thanks for all the gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we are too.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
Mom, Dad, say hi to Grandma.
Hey,
Hi. Oh, miss you guys.
We're making your famous mashed potatoes.
Set the crock pot on high.
Wow, technology sure has changed.
Everyone, say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
When a strong, reliable network really counts, let our Allo family worry about the technology that keeps you connected.
Start of the second quarter tonight. TV on that side of things on the Rural Radio Network. As Scottsbluff has the ball in a 6-point lead as we start the second quarter. Third of 6 home games this year. Clean triple, and Dawson Moore hangs the net up on the rim with that. Josiah Diolis had 10 for Parker, 4 for Sam Clarkson. Gering scored 14 of their own with 5 different plays. Gonzalez runs into traffic defensively. Scott gives it to Moore, and a foul called against Gering. Chance for a 3-point play in the first quarter with 5. First personal. The highlight reel play of the night. I'm going to go out Diolis to Chance Parker for the throwdown. Three-point opportunity on the free throw make. Game, and they won the girls varsity game. Gering girls won the girls JV matchup. The girls final here, our first broadcast tonight, was 60-36. Scottsbluff improved to 10-7. Probably talk with head coach Dave Bolish at halftime of this boys matchup. Early in the second quarter, and the Cats lead the Bulldogs 26-14. Out of the timeout, working against some pressure. They handle the pressure just fine. They get it underneath, and a three-point opportunity now for Turner Ray, who scored. Gering handled the press perfectly fine right there, and Turner Ray has his first points. Leads at 9, 25-16. The foul goes on Quentin Scott, his first. (26-16). Three-point play. Check that. Leads at 10. 6:58 to go. Moore. One-hand pass. Had a lot of distance to cover on that one. Deflected away out of bounds by Jack Franklin. Moore on the catch. Back to Diolis. Diolis operates now on the dribble drive inside the paint. High arcer off the backboard for two. Josiah's got 12 points in the game. 8-2 start to the quarter for Scottsbluff. They lead 28-14. Along the baseline, Colton Ebers. Ebers has his second bucket. Leads back down to 10. Scottsbluff turns it over, their fifth of the game. Radzimski back to Pazanka. Pazanka, top of the key, Ray. They'll swing it left side wing to Franklin. Nearly 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. James Bruner's into the game. Mentioned Scottsbluff shorthanded tonight. Mendoza got hurt in the junior varsity game. Sebastian Harsh unavailable on his official football visit to Wyoming. So James Bruner is the seventh man to see action. Quentin Scott figures to see some pretty heavy minutes tonight as the sixth man. Gering turns it over. Here comes Diolis the other direction. A whistle and a foul, and Josiah will go to the line to shoot two. Foul goes against Brady Radzimski. That'll be his first. Third team foul on Gering. 5:36 to play in the first half. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location. Second level here at Scottsbluff High School. Cats lead by 10, make it 11. Josiah came into the weekend shooting foul shots at 78%. Darnell and Clarkson check in. Parker and James Bruner will take a seat. Diolis already has 13 points here in the half. Misses the second. Jack Franklin grabs the miss. Here comes Gering. Franklin brings it across the timeline himself. Road Blues for Gering tonight. The home whites for the Cats. Turner Ray to the high post. Pazanka. Pazanka trying to step through. Fires a lefty pass. And Turner Ray had taken a step towards the middle of the floor, and he couldn't secure that pass. Ball goes out of bounds. Fifth turnover of the game committed by the Bulldogs. Gering got an 7-point home win last night, 48-41 in a low-scoring game against Shadron. They're 2-0 against the Cardinals this year. Gering's best win came up at the Birdcage. They beat Shadron earlier this year on the road by 16. Quentin Scott, Gering in a 2-3 zone. High post pass goes to Darnell, looks baseline. Scottsbluff doing a great job making the extra pass here in the first half. Quentin Scott couldn't knock down the perimeter shot. Colton Ebers take it all the way to the bucket, lost it out of bounds on the way up. Now 6 turnovers committed by Gering. Diolis looks to the bench. He'll stay patient, bringing it up across the center court stripe. Gering going to stay in that zone. Dawson Moore's got to be licking his chops. Oh, beautiful look. Anytime Diolis gets a step inside the three-point line, everybody reacts and takes at least a step or two towards him. Nobody home underneath. A beautiful lob pass to Clarkson, who finished at the rim. On the other end, Jack Franklin for two for Gering. First points of the night for Franklin. Clarkson again, reverse layup with a right hand. Sam's got 8. Scottsbluff has 33. We've still got plenty of time to go in the half. 3-on-1 the other direction. Quentin Scott, layup too strong. Offensive rebound, Dawson Moore. And Moore scoreless in the first quarter. He's got 8 here in the second. And Gering in some serious trouble. Down by 15 with 3:52 to play. And a foul on the perimeter as Diolis was trying to check Bryce Sherrill. First foul on Diolis. Gering basketball, dangerously close to a turnover. Gonzalez got it back from Sherrill. Caleb Gonzalez in the air. Took a little bump, no whistle. 2-4. Caleb Gonzalez, he has 5. Bulldogs down by 13. Got a bucket that they really needed right there. Tyler Hari, he has the green light. He will fire at will, getting some run here in the varsity game. Good look. Diolis, Clarkson, frustrated. Kind of short-armed the layup. Would have put him into double figures early. Jack Franklin on the pass from Ebers. Couldn't score it. 0-0 board. Ebers, no. Stick back for Turner Ray for 2. Ray's got 4 points here in the second. Gering back to within 11, 35-24. Scottsbluff's got the lead. In the corner, Dawson Moore. He's going to shoot the triple, and Dawson Moore has 11 in the quarter. Dawson scored 24 on some knockdown shooting last night in Denver. Bryce Sherrill into the paint for 2. And up and down tempo here for both these teams this evening, 38-26. 2:30 to play in the half. Diolis goes right by Caleb Gonzalez, just abused the Gering guard, and goes to the bucket for 2. Too easy that time for Diolis. He has 15 points in the half. Scottsbluff has scored 40. Bryce Sherrill rattles in a 3-ball. Bryce has 7, leads at 11 for the Bearcats. Little bit of a push off. Diolis got away with it and cans the free throw line. Mid-range pull-up J. Josiah's got 17 points, under 2 minutes to play. Kickball from Clarkson as Ray trying to slide a little bounce pass with some English on it to Turner Ray. Hari out, got a little varsity run. Now we've got a timeout taken by Gering with 1:52 to play in the first half. Full timeout. We'll step away with them. Gering trailing here on the road at Scottsbluff. Cats lead 42-29 on the West Coast scoreboard.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Chris Cottrell from our Logos broadcast location tonight. Stop into Logos. The guys there, Jeremy, his staff, they'll custom design things, print them, have it all ready for the game. No job too big or small. That's Logos in downtown Gering. Scottsbluff already with a pair of 20-point scoring quarters here in the first half. That covered both. Bryce Sherrill pull-up jumper rebounding for Scottsbluff, Chance Parker. Diolis trying to go by Sherrill, and a foul on the perimeter will go against Bryce Sherrill, his second. Fourth team foul called against Gering. And Dawson Moore will
inbound the ball along the baseline. Two bigs in the paint. They lob it into Diolis. Right back to Moore. Moore along the baseline. Little pull-up jumper from the short corner. Awkward-looking spot to shoot it for Dawson. Hasn't attempted too many from there. Couldn't get it to go. Underneath, Riley Goodrow scored it, and a foul called against Sam Clarkson. Goodrow, 5'10 senior, onto the floor for the first time tonight, and he'll get a chance for a three-point play with one coming at the line. 1:24 to play in the half. Goodrow converts the three-point play opportunity. 42-32. Gering has been in spots a couple of times. They could have just flat been blown out already. Back to within 10. Diolis. And a travel called against Josiah, the senior. Turns it over. Scottsbluff, I've got him down for 6 here in the game. Gering with 6 turnovers. Bulldogs get it back, trailing 42-32. 70 seconds to play in the first half. Caleb Gonzalez dribbles out high. Dawson Moore playing him to his right. He still comes that direction. Jack Franklin, ball deflected on the pass to Sherrill. Sherrill in traffic, steps through. Chance Parker blocks the shot. Here comes the Cats. And Dawson Moore can't finish off the pass from Diolis. Jack Franklin, here come numbers. Goodrow. Oh, at the last minute, I think he wanted to lob it up to Sherrill. That turned into a near turnover, and then Gering does throw it away. Dawson Moore into the paint. His pass from one side to the other along the free throw lane area got deflected. It'll stay Gering ball. 10-point lead for Scottsbluff. 42-32. Big crowd on hand here tonight at Scottsbluff High. Chance Parker on the catch, and the sweet kiss off the glass. 2 more for Chance Parker. First points of the quarter, he's got 8 in the game. 24 seconds to play in the first half, and Sherrill trying to answer back quickly, got fouled. Second foul on Diolis. Bryce Sherrill, a 58% free throw shooter on the season coming into tonight. Now 3 for 3 at the line. Scottsbluff back up by 11, 44-33. Missing at the line, Sherrill got 1 of 2. Parker grabs the miss. Here comes Scottsbluff, 17 seconds to play. You know, they'll look for the final shot. They've done a really solid job in these spots so far this year. Side screen and roll. Clarkson sets the pick. Diolis goes to work on the dribble drive. Soft touch off the iron. It falls through, and Scottsbluff will take a 46-33 lead to the locker room here at halftime. 2 out of 4 complete. Cats lead 46-33 at the break on the West Coast scoreboard.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Panhandle's best, Buyers Realty. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Chris Cottrell back with you here at halftime. Boys game between Scottsbluff and Gering. Cats in front
46-33. We'll get to some scoring totals here before we get to the start of the second half. But right now we need to catch up with a victorious from earlier tonight. Victorious Scottsbluff girls head coach Dave Bolish. Coach, you came off the tough weekend last weekend, first game of this week, and after a little bit of a slow start, you guys got things into high gear. You got it into that gear quickly, and you really never left that gear.
Yeah, I mean, couple of unforced turnovers there right off the bat, and I think Gering hit their first 4 shots. So that was kind of the start of the game, but I thought we did a nice job of settling in and not panicking and just kind of sticking the course. And that's why you play those good teams. That's why you play those really talented schools on the schedule. So you know what it takes. You got to play 4 quarters of basketball, and what happens in the first minute and a half doesn't really matter.
Brady Lockemer came in averaging 2.5 points. You always know you're going to get the hustle, the toughness, and that good attitude from her. But I had her for 16 points, gave her player of the game honors, and she was on the receiving end of some nice passes at times for some easy buckets. But good to see Brady really have a nice night scoring the ball.
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for that, and we've been demanding that and expecting it of her. And we've been very, very rigid with Brady the last couple weeks, and that's just a tribute to her being a tough kid and being coachable, and great support from her family and letting us try to get the most out of her. And the way that she's kind of accepted that challenge is awesome for her. So we're excited to have her. Basically what we told her today in pregame, and I said, Brady, you have to have 8 to 12 points a game. We throw the ball to you that many times, it costs us no other possessions or shots for anyone else. You just have to be aggressive. And obviously she came out and ran the floor, and just excited for her because that's just another piece. I think whatever Yada and Aubrey ended up with, probably 15 apiece or something like that.
13 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, and then Berta comes in, and Mariah's going to do what she does at 8 to 10, and our last little piece there is we just want Jamison getting her feet ready and getting ready to hit shots, and we're going to be pretty rigid with Izzy Wright the next couple weeks and get her really going offensively.
Brady finished at the rim with the left a few times tonight. Funny story, with no game last night, her mom and dad made the trip up to Denver to watch the boys game. Her dad walks in with the cowboy hat at Abe Lincoln High. During the JV game, the official during the timeout looks over and said, "You in the right spot. The stock show's about 3 blocks this direction." He's not taking that cowboy hat off for anybody.
No, they are good people though, man. They are tough, hard-nosed people, and they're super loyal. They're great to work with. It's been a pleasure.
To speak to the schedule, and we talk about this all the time, coming into tonight 9-7, but you were still 6th in Class B power points.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of why it was such a heartbreaker, a couple of those games, because they propel us into 2 and 3, but our schedule doesn't hurt us. It just kind of hurts. We've talked about it. You have to practice winning, and we're a program that hasn't been able to win very often for very long, and so we're figuring out how to do that. I think the culture's really changed. I think the program's really turned a corner, and the schedule is just incredibly tough, but we know when we get into February and try to make it to that last week in March that we're battle tested and we're ready. Next week we play Rhapsody Central, AA. I mean, they're over 500 on their schedule. I mean, they're much improved from when we played them in Gillette. And then, that's Friday night here at home. And then on Saturday, we go and play number 1 in South Dakota AA. And, they've got probably 3 of the top 6 players in the state. And so we get to play great teams, which, just keeps pushing our bar. And we tell kids that all the time. It's not about, managing the highs and lows. I mean, the highs and lows come in basketball. It's just about raising the bar and then let the highs and lows flip over the top of it. So I think our schedule helps us do that. And I think that if we can take care of business, we really want to get the Central game again because we already beat them one time and we have them at home. We want to go up there and just compete our brains out against Stevens, see where we're at. That's a great measuring stick because they got a chance to maybe win the state tournament in South Dakota by 10 or 15. So.
Congratulations on the big win tonight. Post-game chat here at the break of the boys' game with Scottsbluff girls coach Dave Bolish. Lady Cats win big 60-36, now 3-0 this year against arch rival Gering. Coach, appreciate the time. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
We'll come back with more here at halftime of the boys' matchup. 46-33. Cats lead by 13 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
This is Jane. She thinks she's just filling her car, but she's also filling the air with cancer-causing toxic chemicals used to boost octane in gas. What doesn't burn in the engine enters the air and your lungs, even your heart and brain. Bad for everyone, especially kids. Ethanol is a natural octane booster, clean burn and non-toxic. More ethanol means less scary stuff in our gas and in the air we breathe. And that makes your choice pretty plain, Jane.
For locations near you, go to huskerfuel.com.
Basketball, boys action here at the break. We talked about Isaiah Mendoza. I hadn't been able to look down and see him on the bench. He's in street clothes here for the varsity game, so no Sebastian Harsh, no Isaiah Mendoza. Those are three of their top guys coming off the bench, as Coach Golian usually uses about a 7.5-man rotation, if you will. Harsh and Scott play plenty off the bench. Mendoza about a part-time player. Sebastian on his official football visit tonight at the University of Wyoming. We hope that's going well for one of the best football players any of us have ever laid eyes on. And now Mendoza got banged up in the junior varsity game for the boys and unable to go here tonight. So we've already seen James Bruner and Tyler Hari get some minutes. Guys a little bit further down on that varsity bench for Scott Golian. Halftime score 46-33. Let's get to a quick check in RB's halftime update. Checking the scoring totals. Only 4 have scored for the Cats. Josiah Diolas has 19. Dawson Moore got all 11 of his points in the second quarter. 8 apiece for Chance Parker and Sam Clarkson. And the highlight play of the night, the lob dunk on the pass from Diolas. And to Parker, who crept along the baseline, rose up and jammed one down. Highlight play, one of the best we've seen this year. For Gering, 8 guys have scored. Bryce Sherrill leading the way with 8, 5 apiece for Brett Pazenka and Caleb Gonzalez, the 3 top scorers for Gering. Checking the scoring totals brought to you by Arby's. They are the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Time for a quick break. We'll come back with the third quarter right after this. Scottsbluff leading by 13 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Build a meal with Arby's 2 for $6. Whether it's 2 sandwiches, an entree and an appetizer, or 2 yummy cheese types. Arby's, we have the meats.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Chris Kittrell with you tonight. We're just about set for the start of the third quarter. You hear the whistle in the background. We are underway with Colton Evers inbounding to Caleb Gonzalez. Gering did a pretty solid job of just trying to hang around, keeping themselves in it. Quick shot. Gonzalez can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Sherrill, and a whistle and a foul. Goes against Sam Clarkson. Sherrill will get 2 at the line. Second foul on Big Sam. 13 seconds into the second half. Sherrill at the stripe, where he's 3 for 4 so far in the game. Can't knock down the first of 2. Missed the second. Dawson Moore knifes in front of Sherrill to grab the defensive rebound. Josiah Diolas leads all scorers with 19 points. He's got it, wants to go to work with the crossover dribble. Got Sherrill in the air, thought about it again, put the shot up, couldn't get it to go. Colton Evers the rebound for Gering. Evers across the timeline. He'll hand it to Gonzalez. Move to his right to set a screen for Sherrill. Sherrill on the catch. He hesitates, puts up the three, it won't go. Chance Parker clears. Here comes Diolis rushing it up. Darnell on the baseline drive. Now to Chance Parker. Darnell goes right back baseline. Scoop pass intercepted. Sherrill dribbles along the baseline in traffic, goes up. Backside board off the Sherrill miss. Turner Ray had it knocked away from behind by Diolis. Ball stays with Gering. 6:56 to play here in the third quarter. 13-point lead for Scottsbluff, 46-33. 46 first half points. Ebers turns and shoots over Chance Parker, and Colton Ebers now has 6. 46-35. Minute and 20 seconds gone by here in the second half. Diolis feeds Parker, who gives it to Darnell, right wing. Couple of dribbles for Jack. He's inside the arc. Posting is Parker. One to turn and face. Parker backs out the dribble. Darnell cuts to the bucket. Shot partially deflected on the way up. Couldn't get the second opportunity. Jack hobbled a little bit. Trying to shake off. Quick little bang to the right foot, I believe. Now in transition the other way. Foul goes against Clarkson. That'll be his third. And Sherrill back to the line where he's missed 2 already here in the quarter. Just those simple free throws could have it a 9-point deficit trying to get closer. Instead it's 11, and Bryce has missed 3 straight at the line. Bryce misses again, 4 straight misses at the stripe here early in the third quarter. Cats into the front court with it. Dawson Moore scored all 11 of his points in the second quarter. Gets 2 quickly with a lefty flip off the square. Goes to the offhand and still able to get 2. And now a steal. Diolis a bucket, a foul, and a chance for a 3-point play. This sequence is exactly what Gering had to avoid. The quick spurt off mistakes. 2 missed free throws, a bucket, turnover, bucket, and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play. And Josiah converts. He's now got 22 points tonight. Turner Ray. Bounce pass to Ebers. Tried to flick it right back to a cutting Ray, knocked away out of bounds. 5:53 to play. Third quarter, Scottsbluff now leads by 16. Turner Ray picks up his dribble. Little nonchalant, almost had that pass stolen away by Parker, who deflected it. Ebers in the corner, Ray. He'll shoot the 3. Comes off long, and Jack Darnell hustles after the rebound and secures that long board that came off and bounced a couple of times on the floor before he could get there. Good look from Clarkson. Got it to Jack Darnell. Jack with a layup and a chance for a 3-point play. Gering scored the first 2 points of the half, then missed 4 straight free throws from Sherrill at the line. And since then, Scottsbluff has scored 7 straight. And within this run now, trying to make it a second 3-point play. Errant whistle. They want to wave Noah Longoria onto the floor for the first time for Caleb Gonzalez. Darnell hit the free throw. They're going to make him shoot it again. Jack at 44%, and the percentages bore out right there. Made the first, didn't count. Missed the second, it did. Longoria catches right wing. Gives the ball to Ebers, left side. Ray back to Longoria. Ebers goes behind his back. Cut off defensively by Parker. Now Sherrill. 5:10 to play in the third quarter. Turner Ray in the corner right side. Whistle and the timeout taken by Gering head coach Kyle Cotton.
What did we have? Thought we were going to get a timeout. Do we have a bench warning? We did. Now a technical foul called on Kyle Cotton. They gave him the warning. Now the tee. And Dawson Moore will walk to this end of the floor to shoot the technicals. 5:05 to play. And things could get out of hand in a hurry here if you're Gering. The kids on the floor are going to have to keep their composure as Moore hits the foul shot. Scottsbluff outscoring Gering 9-2 thus far in the third quarter. After the two makes, Scottsbluff will get the basketball, 55-35. Biggest lead here. They equal it at 20. Led 40-20 in the first half. Parker plays it into Dawson Moore. Starters on the floor for Scottsbluff. Parker on the catch. Handoff. Now they will lob it again. Missing the shot was Parker. They were trying for a second lob dunk. Chance eventually on the third crack at it. Gets the putback. Chance into double figures with 10. Now a whistle and a foul called on Parker on the other end of the floor. Second foul on Chance Parker. Third team foul here in the half. Quentin Scott on. James Bruner on. Darnell and Clarkson will take a seat for head coach Scott Golian. The team moments ago on Kyle Cotton for Gering. And then the bucket after the two foul shot makes. Lob pass intercepted. Diolis will lay it in with the left hand. Josiah gives Scottsbluff a 24-point lead, 59-35. Pazanka caught at the high post right side. Diolis looks a little hobbled. Trying to shake off something on the lower leg area. That or he's just giving him the old Jim Brown. Look tired, look slow, look banged up, and then next time he gets the ball, hit him quickly. 4:31 to play. Third quarter action. Scottsbluff now dominating at home, leading by 24. Jack Franklin on the catch, passed up we had a window to shoot that ball. It closed pretty quickly. Bryce Sherrill, he'll shoot over Diolis and knock down the long two. Sherrill into double figures now with 10. 4:12 to play. Dawson Moore, he'll shoot a triple, left side. Offensive rebound underneath Diolis. Up strong, can't get it to go. Backside board defensively grabbed by Noah Longoria. Longoria lobs it up to Brady Radzimski. He throws cross court, open look for three. Sherrill it won't go. O-board Turner Ray, and two for the 6'4 junior. Turner Ray has 6 points. 59-39, 3:44 to play. They lob it, tried to get the ball to Parker. Knocked away, and Parker, I believe, going to get called for the foul. Looks like maybe Dawson Moore gets charged. .338 to play here in the third quarter. Diolis going to get a breather. Darnell comes back on. Scottsbluff leading arch rival Gering by 20 tonight, 59-39. Franklin inbounds the ball to Longoria. He'll bring it across the timeline. Noah dribbles to his left. One-hand bounce pass to Sherrill, left wing. Sherrill with Darnell defending. Now back out high, Franklin. Dribble handoff action to Longoria. Back to Jack Franklin. Works inside the three-point line. Gives it to Ray. Now Longoria to Sherrill. Sherrill, middle of the floor. He'll lean in. Almost wanted to take the shot. Now a cutting Franklin has his shot blocked by James Bruner. Longoria comes up with a steal after Quentin Scott had the basketball. Franklin on the shot attempt, got it to go, and a chance for a three-point play. Foul called against James Bruner. At the line, Franklin on the season, 81% shooter at the free throw line. Nice rotation and the three-point play complete for Jack Franklin. 2:56 to play here in the third quarter. Diolas to Parker. Baseline jumper. Left it short. Rebound to Sherrill for Gering. He'll push quickly into the front court. And a carry. Sherrill lost it high on the dribble. And we'll get a timeout taken by Scott Gullion. 2:45 to play here late in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll step away with them. 59-42. Scottsbluff leads on the West Coast scoreboard.
Build a meal with Arby's 2 for $6. Whether it's 2 sandwiches, an entree and an appetizer, or 2 yummy cheese types. Arby's, we have the meat.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Chris Cottrell with you tonight on the Rural Radio Network. We've got TV and radio for this crosstown rivalry matchup between Scottsbluff and Gering. Scottsbluff won the girls' game handily, 60-36. Boys lead by 17 with 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Clarkson to Dawson Moore. Moore's going to shoot over top of Brady Radzimski and can another triple. Dawson Moore now with 7 points in the quarter. He's up to 18 for the ball game. Josiah Diolas leads all scorers with 24. Diolas now grabs a defensive rebound. He'll look to run again. Here comes Diolas. Euro step, finish at the rim with the right hand. Josiah 7 in the quarter, 26 for the game. Now a lazy pass up top. Dawson Moore comes up with a steal. Scottsbluff leading by 22. Moore dribbles inside the arc. Jump stop. Pass deflected. I think he wanted to get that ball to Parker. Stolen away by Gering. Brady Radzimski to Turner Ray. Open look. Jack Franklin will shoot that three and knock it in. Jack Franklin. 6 points in the quarter. He's got 8 in the game. Gering down by 20. A full timeout taken by Gering. We'll step away again. 1:42 to play in the third quarter. Scottsbluff leading Gering by 20 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
20-point lead for the Scottsbluff Bearcats, 64-44 with 1:38 to play in this third quarter. Josiah Diolis with Noah Longoria defending. Back cut, Dawson Moore wanted to leave it for Clarkson in the middle of the paint. Ball stolen away by Gering. 10th turnover of the night for the Bearcats. Longoria, Darnell reaching in, hounding Longoria with the basketball. Now Darnell knocked it away. Gering gets it into the hands of Turner Ray on the loose ball. Bucket for Sherrill underneath for two. And a chance for a three-point play for Bryce Sherrill. (64-46). Sherrill has 12. He's 0 for 4 at the free throw line here in the third quarter, though. .71 seconds to play in this third. Conversation taking place down below at the scorer's table. One shot for Sherrill after the basket counts. Third foul on Chance Parker. Sherrill gets that free throw to drop. Now 13 points in the game. He averages 14 and a half. 64-48. And a bump on the perimeter goes against Noah Longoria. Diolis lobs it into Clarkson. Clarkson fires cross court, wide open look for Dawson Moore. He'll hit that most of the time. Offensive rebound for Parker. He couldn't get it to go. Up high for the tip-in, Diolis. He's got 28 points tonight. Sherrill on the penetration, lost it on the way up with the left hand, but a late whistle and a foul called against the Cats. This will go against Parker. That's his fourth. 39 seconds to play in the third. Fouls piling up for Gering. That's their eighth already in the for Scottsbluff, excuse me. So Gering in the bonus already, and this would have been a two-shot shooting foul regardless. Sherrill hits the first. Brett Pazanka checks back in now for the Bulldogs. Sherrill hits both at the stripe. Bryce has 7 points in the quarter, 15 for the game. They'll run and jump a little bit with some pressure. Diolis handles it himself. Parker gives it to Darnell. Darnell into the corner. Dawson Moore's three. Won't go. Oh, board. Too strong for Parker. Tipped out. Franklin runs the other way. Won't go. Offensive rebound. And Brett Pazanka swatted the shot, or had his shot blocked by Parker. Goes into the hands of Turner Ray, who knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Ray's got 8 points. Moore dribbles inside the arc. Now Darnell. He'll shoot the mid-range jumper. Didn't get it away in time. Buzzer sounds on the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth in a moment with Scottsbluff leading Gering 66-52 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Build a meal with Arby's 2 for $6. Whether it's 2 sandwiches, an entree and an appetizer, or 2 yummy cheese types. Arby's, we have the meats. Contestant number 1 is pretty cheesy. Contestant number 2 is quite the traditionalist. Number 3 is crispy, but also shy. Number 4 is modest, but knows how to have a good time. And contestant number 5 is mozzarella sticks. It's time to pick your 2 for $6 faves you crave. Arby's, we have the meats.
Chris Cottrell, glad to have you watching and listening tonight. TV, radio on KMOR, streaming online, wherever you found us. Glad you did. Rivalry basketball here at Scottsbluff High School. Gering in the house tonight. Scottsbluff girls rolled earlier. Scottsbluff boys leading as we start the fourth by 14, 66-52. Dawson Moore handles the basketball for the Bearcats. Moore's got Diolis in the corner. He's the game-high scorer right now with 28 points. Diolis on the catch. Moore operates along the baseline. Josiah now will drive baseline right to too easy. He got two, and it was too easy off the square. 30 for Diolis. Franklin catches in the corner. Open three, shooting it is Pazanka, short. Grabbing the defensive rebound, Quentin Scott. Outlet pass up the floor near side to Dawson Moore. Bounces it back to Scott. Quentin. Now Diolis, he's going to shoot one from near the far sideline. A little bit short, rebounded by Sherrill. Ball loose on the floor, Moore gives it to Diolis. They just got a little cute, trying to overpass maybe rather than just finish. And Scottsbluff coughs it up. Sherrill attacks baseline left. Went up strong with both hands and laid it off the square. Two more for Bryce Sherrill. He has 17. 68-54, 14-point lead for Scottsbluff. Gering stays zone defensively. Diolis holds, gives it to Scott. 6:36 to play. Scottsbluff throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers on consecutive trips. Sherrill for three. Too strong. Dawson Moore moves in to grab that defensive rebound. Dangerous pass, almost intercepted by Sherrill. Ball loose. We're going to get a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. This will be a 30-second break in the action. 6:17 to play here in the fourth quarter. Cats continue to lead by double digits at 68-54. Earlier tonight, Brady Lockemer scored 16 for the Lady Bearcats in a blowout win, 60-36 over Gering. Taco John's player of the game for Scottsbluff was Brady Lockemer, 16 points. For Gering, player of the game honors to Sydney Winkler, the sophomore, had 10. Out of the timeout for the Cats, it'll be Scott, Diolis, Moore, Darnell, and Clarkson. They're five that started the game. For Gering, four starters out there: Sherrill, Gonzalez, Pazanka, and Ebers. The fifth starter, Ray's on the bench. Jack Franklin on the floor. 68-54. Scottsbluff basketball. In the paint, Diolis off the square, looking for his 32nd point. Wouldn't go, but he'll get two shots at the line. Foul goes against Jack Franklin. Second foul on Franklin. And Diolis came into the weekend shooting 78% at the free throw line. He's got a couple of makes tonight. Left that one short as he kind of drifted away from the stripe on the release. Chance Parker on, replacing Jack Darnell. Check that. Parker was already on the floor, just replaced him along the left side of the foul line. And Diolis converts the second. He's up to 31 points. Into the front court. Gering has it. Colton Ebers, they back way off. Colton will shoot the three. Too strong. Offensive rebound to Franklin. Shoots over top of Clarkson. Won't go. Off defensive rebound to Sam. Here comes Scottsbluff. Into the front court, Darnell finds Diolis. Thought about the deep three. Now he attacks the rim. Beautiful look. Could have taken it himself, but why not? Tack on to the assist total. He gets one of those into the assist column. Clarkson now has 10. On the dribble drive, passing back out onto the perimeter. Franklin found. Now Diolis, boy, in transition. He went for the flush. Couldn't stuff it. And back the other way. We're on street ball mode right now here in the fourth quarter as Ebers lays it in. Diolis, two more. No defense being played on either side really right now. Josiah up to 33. Bryce Sherrill fading away after a bump and some contact. 4:53 to play. Diolis with a lob to the corner, and that ball just sails out of bounds. Turner Ray comes back on. Gonzalez will sit. 4:50 to play in the contest. Scottsbluff now back up by 17. Franklin handles the basketball for Gering. Sherrill. Boy, lost it high, just trying to gather the ball in. Slipped out, popped up in the air. Gering turns it over. Now Diolis with Franklin on him. And a bump and a foul called on Franklin out high. Third foul on Franklin. Noah Longoria replaces Jack. 16 fouls, so not in the bonus yet. Scottsbluff will inbound here on the near side. Pazanka tipped the ball on the inbounds pass and went right back and touched more along the sideline. Head coach Scott Golian doesn't like that explanation and call. Up by 17. Gering gets it back. Ray, they back off of him. Now he's going to shoot it. He took the bait, and he escaped the hook, knocked down the triple. Turner Ray into double figures with 11, 73-59. Diolis goes right by Longoria, and now Josiah Diolis has 35 points. Timeout taken, full timeout, 3:55 to go in the game. We'll step away, 75-59. Cats up on Gering by 16 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
Build a meal with Arby's 2 for $6. Whether it's 2 sandwiches, an entree and an appetizer, or 2 yummy cheese types. Arby's, we have the meat.
(75-59). Chris Cottrell with you tonight on the Rural Radio Network. Monument Physical Therapy. They offer their Bumps and Bruises program. That's 1 free consultation, 1 free follow-up for all area athletes in Gering and Morrill. Sherrill, now Ray. Hit one moments ago from behind the arc. Gives it to Sherrill. Couple of dribbles right to the three-point line. Won't go. Rebounding for Scottsbluff. Chance Parker, a reach-in foul from behind called against Riley Goodrow. .339 left in the contest here tonight. Parker will step to the line on the season. Chance at 56% at the stripe. The highlight play of the night came on a lob from Diolis to Parker for a jam in the opening quarter. Couple of free throw makes for Chance Parker. He's got 12 points tonight. Diolis has 35. We'll see if he can get to 40 tonight. Goodrow catches along the baseline, forced it up in traffic. Foul called. If it's Parker, it's 5. I believe this will go on Clarkson. It will. 4 now on Big Sam. Chance has 4. This game is out of reach at this point, an 18-point lead for Scottsbluff. Goodrow at the free throw line. Riley Goodrow now with 4 points after that make. Got both. 3:20 to go in the game. Dawson Moore handles for the Cats. Dribble handoff action to Jack Darnell. Darnell picks up his dribble, finds Moore. Again, Moore had 24 big ones last night. Now we've got an offensive foul. Moving screen set by Diolas. I think he got hit in the wrong region, setting that screen. Third foul on Josiah. Under 3 to play now. Scottsbluff working on some zone defense here in the fourth quarter. Sherrill goes to the bucket. Can't score. Outlet pass up ahead to Diolas, looking for his 36th and 7th points of the night. Layup left it short. Ebers now knifes his way and scores the layup. Ebers on the finish on one end. Chance Parker finishes on the other end. That bucket for Ebers put him into double figures tonight with 10. Parker has 14 after that hoop. And a three-point play for Chance Parker. Little by little, some of the crowd filing out here in the fourth quarter. Missing the three was Pazanka. Sherrill in the corner. Pass goes to Ray. 3 short. And a whistle and a foul. This will go against Scottsbluff. I think Jack Darnell. Third foul on Darnell. 2:11 to go. Coming down the closing moments here tonight. Fourth quarter action at SHS. Cats have 80 on the board. 80-63 the lead. And Riley Goodrow now 3 for 3 at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. Ray out, Franklin back in. Gering down 16. Goodrow showing a nice free throw stroke. He's got 7. Diolas on the floor still with 35. Got it to Clarkson. Clarkson underneath. Finds a cutting Jack Darnell in the layup for Jack. His second basket. He's got 4 points. Under 2 minutes to play. Pazanka. Shot block. Late whistle. Jump ball. Possession arrow. It'll stay with Gering. Pro Bowl tomorrow. I think we'll start coverage at 12:30 on KNEB 960, 100.3 FM. Super Bowl a week from tomorrow from Miami. We'll have that one for you. Pretty much all day long coverage. Kickoff in the 4 o'clock hour from Miami. Chiefs and 49ers. Pull-up jumper off the heel of the iron wouldn't go for Sherrill. Battling for the offensive rebound and coming up with it was Colton Ebers. Missing that 3 badly. Oh, we got another shot at a lob. Instead, it'll just be a finish. Darnell tapping his chest. He knows Chance wanted another chance to throw one down. Chance Parker now has 17 points. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Parker on the left wing. Scottsbluff content to just dribble the basketball. If they can dribble out the clock, they probably will. More between the legs, behind the back, crossover, gives it to Parker. Now Darnell leans into Goodrow, who was defending tightly. 40 seconds to play. Moore hands it off to Darnell, right back to Dawson. Dawson Moore backs back near the midcourt stripe. Down to 25 seconds to play. 84-65. Will that be the final here tonight? It sure looks like it will be. And it looks like everybody now just standing around. And these teams will play it out here for the final few seconds. Buzzer sounds, final score 84-65. Scottsbluff improves to 14-2. Gering drops to 6-10. Runs a postgame show on the way. Final score here tonight, 84-65. Cats to the winner's circle on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
Welcome into the post-game show. Final score tonight in our boys matchup. Scottsbluff a winner at home, 84-65 over arch rival Gering. We'll add up some scoring totals. We'll probably get a visit in with both head coaches, and we'll name Taco John's players of the game for both these clubs here tonight. 35 points led the way for Josiah Diolas. Also the highlight reel play of the night. Josiah with the lob pass to Chance, who threw it down running along the baseline. So all things considered for Scottsbluff, taking care of business here at home. Gering sees their nice, modest 4-game winning streak come to an end as they lose crosstown here tonight. Final score 84-65. More still to come on the Runs of Postgame show when we come back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Chris Cottrell with you tonight. Hope you enjoyed our doubleheader broadcast from Scottsbluff High School. Scottsbluff sweeps rival Gering tonight. Final from the girls' game, 60-36. High-scoring affair in the boys' contest, and Scottsbluff runs away with it, 84 64-65. Let's get to a check on the scoring totals for both these teams. For Scottsbluff, 5 players scored is all. 35 for Josiah Deolis. The senior comes up big. Scored 19 in the first half, 16 in the second. Dawson Moore had 18. Chance Parker with 17. 10 for Sam Clarkson and 4 for Jack Darnell. And, of course, the highlight play of the night, the alley-oop lob dunk, as Deolis hooked up with Parker. For Gering, 8 scored. Bryce Sherrill led the way with 17. 2 others in double figures. Turner Ray with 11. 10 for Colton Ebers. 8 points tonight for Jack Franklin. Riley Goodrow off the bench scored 7. 5 for Brent Pazanka in a quiet night for the junior guard. 2 points in the loss for Zach Wilson. Caleb Gonzalez missed him moments ago. He scored 5. Once again, your final, 84-65. While we're at it, check on the numbers, of course, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. What about those Taco John's players of the game? We'll go with Deolis, of course, for Scottsbluff with the game-high 35 points. And for Gering, Bryce Sherrill led with 17. We'll go that direction on a tough night for the Bulldogs. Bryce Sherrill, your player of the game for Gering. For Scottsbluff, Josiah Deolis. Players of the game brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering. Make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. We'll come back with more on the Runs of Postgame show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's because it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
We all have hard days at work. This is what champion bullfighter Dusty Tuckness does for a living. Now this is a tough day at work. When Dusty comes home, he likes things quiet. Windows and patio doors from Renewal by Anderson not only make things quiet, they cut your energy bills and add to the value of your home. No matter what you do for a living, Renewal by Anderson windows and patio doors, because coming home should always feel this good.
We're back tonight on the post-game show as Scottsbluff wins it big at home in both the girls and boys games. Moments ago, the Bearcat boys improved to 14-2 with an 84-65 victory against arch rival Gering. As we await on both of these head coaches here this evening, we'll see if we can catch up with one or both here on the post game. It looks like head man Scott Golian making his way out of the locker room. We'll get the headset on coach here in just a moment. A 2-0 weekend for the Bearcats as they win at Abraham Lincoln in Denver last night, 54-50. And tonight they get the win here at home, 84-65, a 19-point win led by 35 points from Josiah Deolis. Looks like I've got both head coaches heading up this direction at the same time. We'll slap the headset first on Kyle Cotton, get some post-game coaches' thoughts from Coach Cotton. As the Bulldogs had stretches where they played well tonight. Coach, some overall thoughts on this loss?
Well, I don't normally feel good about losses, but I thought we competed really well the entire game. And we could not find a way to stop Deolis. I don't know how many points he had, but
35.
Yeah. I figured it was something like that, and he assisted on basically every other point. So I'm really proud of the effort, the fight. We just didn't have an answer for him, and he played really, really well. So kudos to them, but I think we've come a long way since the beginning of the year.
And, Coach, you're not alone. Just about everybody's had a lot of troubles. Just whatever his point totals are, just staying in front of him because, like you said, anytime he dribbles inside the arc, everybody helps uphill, and it leaves wide open layups for big guys underneath.
Yeah, they came out with a good game plan, and that's what they've been doing to everyone, spreading people out and letting him attack. They got shooters in the corner and then the big guys that can finish. So we knew it was going to be difficult. They took us out of our zone early by screening us, so we didn't do a very good job there getting around those screens. But, like I said, we fought and fought and fought. And, we'll have a game plan the next time we play them. Hopefully we can slow them down at least. But I'm just really proud of the effort, and I think the people at Gering can be proud of the way we played.
And another thing, I don't think even right from the get-go tonight, your guys were not this gym, packed house, the stage, whatever. That didn't seem to get to anybody, so they came out and played like a confident bunch.
Well, that's what we've been talking about. It's a mindset. We have to go out and make sure that we're ready to play every day. We got to believe that we can win, and I feel like we're getting there. I don't think we're quite there yet, but from day one, that's what we've been working on, defense and our mindset. And tonight, we've been playing well on offense. We just haven't been making shots. Tonight they went in. We just couldn't slow them down enough to get the win.
And it looks like you'll head into a stretch of games now where you can maybe put some wins together coming up at Torrington Tuesday, Baird at home on Thursday, then Alliance will be a tough one, then Sidney, Wheatland, McCook. Just about every one of those games looks like it could wind up in your favor if you play well.
Yeah, well, that's our whole focus is always playing with the same intensity every single game, coming out playing defense. We don't ever look past anyone. We know that we're going to have to play every single day. We're going to get everyone's best shot. So we're taking one game at a time. It's Torrington on Tuesday. If we come out with the same effort and intensity, I like our chances. But, Torrington's a tough place to play. I grew up there. So, I know exactly what it's like. Coach Baker's a great coach. So we just got to be ready, put in a new game plan, and go out and compete.
Gering boys head coach Kyle Cotton. Coach, thanks for stopping up after a top win tonight. Appreciate the post-game conversation.
Thank you very much.
We'll come back and visit with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
What's Drew's record? Probably 55, 52? I think I remember 52.
52.
Back to wrap up our broadcast tonight. We just heard head coach Kyle Cotton talking about the performance for Gering High. Now we catch up with a victorious Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian. Coach, long trip to a new environment last night. You get a nice road win. Come back home for a rivalry game tonight. Gering got off to a nice start, played you tough early, but you just grind them down with talent advantage, home court advantage, and wind up with a 19-point win. Overall thoughts tonight?
Yeah, I thought offensively we were really good. I didn't think we were as good defensively. Gering made a lot of good plays, though. I mean, driving to the middle, we didn't keep them out of the middle. They hit a couple of really tough shots, and we put them at the free throw line a few too many times. Overall, pretty pleased with how we played. We're gonna have to get better. We told our guys that we have to learn from it. I thought we had several opportunities where, we could really kind of put the hammer down, and I think we let up. And Gering made and it's credit to Gering too. It's not just us letting up. It's Gering making some plays and going on small little runs to make it, keep it competitive. It always felt like we had a chance to really break it open, and then they'd go on a run.
And you were super short-handed tonight. Sebastian on an official visit for football up at the University of Wyoming. Isaiah Mendoza came up limp in the JV game. So 2 of your 3 guys that you bring off the bench in that 8-man heavy rotation unavailable. So all your points scored by your starters, and you were short-handed. So when you throw that into the mix, also impressive.
Yeah, our guys did a nice job adjusting. Those, Sam and Chance played probably more minutes than they played all year, or at least Sam, I'm sure, did. Q did a nice job coming off the bench and filling some more minutes than he has been getting, making some some plays defensively and rebounding the ball. So I thought our guys stepped up. James Bruner provided, those little breaks for some guys, and I thought he did a pretty good job when he was in. But our guys stuck together and, made the adjustment of the way we needed to play. I would have liked to get them a few more breaks, but, Gering kept coming at us and kept it right there. So we had to stay with those guys a little bit longer or give those guys more minutes, and they're probably a little tired.
Obviously the highlight play of the night and of the season at this point, the lob dunk from Josiah on the feed to Chance along the baseline for the jam. Was that an eyeball thing or was that a called play?
That was called play.
Good call, Coach.
We've had that play kind of in for a while. I think this is probably the first time it's ever really worked. We've had some guys that could jump, but we usually couldn't convert it. And I thought Chance caught that thing pretty high up.
He did.
So Josiah threw a nice pass, and it was up high, but Chance got up maybe a little higher than I even thought he could. And he caught that up way above the rim, extended.
And last night he cocked it back pretty good when he got that live ball turnover at midcourt and threw one down pretty good. So he's on a nice run here, back-to-back games with dunks.
Nights.
It looked like Jack was a little frustrated. He was tapping his chest on one when they got the two-on-one, and I know he didn't like the feed because Chance wanted another one, I think, down here late.
Oh, he had the chance. Chance had an opportunity for sure right there. I think we throw that pass a little bit earlier and a little bit more on time. I think he probably stuffs another one.
Well, you're 14-2. What's amazing is, there's just not a whole lot of difference between last year's unit and this year's unit, yet the record is a lot different. I know maybe some of the teams and some of the competition, some of those big class schools, maybe depending on who we're talking about, maybe down a little bit from one year to the next, but you guys are starting to put together this resume that's going to have you in a position to do something big later in the year.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure our schedule is, I wouldn't say weaker than last year.
Yeah,
there's a couple teams in there maybe that makes it a little bit weaker. I'm thinking going up to Gillette. Gillette's down a little bit maybe, and don't play Thunder Basin and play Cody instead. That's probably the difference. But we've played Hastings. We've played Cheyenne Central is really, really good, and Cheyenne East is really, really good. I would say both of those teams are. East is probably not quite as good without Oliver, but I think Central for sure is better than they were last year. And, playing Hastings.
Abe Lincoln.
And Abe Lincoln. They're down a little bit, but they still got guys that can go. And, and the crazy thing is this was our third home game.
Right.
And so true road warriors basically right now. And that's going to continue. We got a few more to end the year, but hopefully there's 15 more games left and only 3 more at home, unless we are able to get the sub districts. That adds a couple, but that's a little different too.
Already seen Rapid City Central up at Campbell County, 3-day weekend. Kind of close for a while, and then you pulled away and kind of stretched that one out. So we know about them. What's Stevens all about a week from tonight?
Stevens is they've been so sound the last 4 years that we've played them, 3 years. They have really good teams every year. They're very similar to what they've been. They got a big in the middle, 6'8", thick, 6'8", 230, 240 type of kid that's pretty good, and they got some guards that can really play, and they're just so disciplined in what they do. We're going to have to find some ways to disrupt some of their offense, but big challenge, big weekend coming up with 2 really good teams, and back on the road for another 3.5-hour trip or whatever. So
we put
good news is that's well, I guess not.
No, it's not good news. We need that trip Friday. I could leave work at around 11 a.m. and then
I was gonna say the good news is that's the last one, but we got to go to North Platte and McCook.
Yeah, so in case you've missed it, folks, so far this year, road trips have been to Gillette, to Casper, to Columbus, to Cheyenne, to Denver, and now Rapid City a week from tonight. So nobody putting the miles on quite like Scottsbluff basketball this year, and it's that way quite a few years, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way we have to do it.
Yeah.
Especially when we think we have a pretty good team. We want to play the best competition we possibly can, and unfortunately, there's just not that many towns, comparable in size right here, close by. So we make those adjustments to play some quality opponents.
Yep, no doubt about it. Quality performance tonight, from quality opponent to quality performance. Scottsbluff 84-65. Rapid City weekend next. Coach, thanks for stopping up. Congrats on the dub.
Yep, thanks, Tris. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Coach. Once again, finals tonight. Scottsbluff sweeps the home doubleheader against rival Gering. I believe we are all finished up. Big thanks to Matt, TJ, Onathan, also Sarah back at the studio with Vince. Takes a cast of many to get this thing accomplished. We hope you enjoyed tonight's doubleheader right here on the Rural Radio Network. For Chris, for the rest, I'm Chris. Have a great rest of your Saturday night weekend, everybody. So long and good night.